Signify your feeling for every gentle caress. Because it's so important to have that special somebody to hold, to kiss, to miss, to squeeze and please.
Now.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Nerdy Up North podcast. It's a nerdy podcast hosted by Northern Nerds. I'm one of your hosts, Sam.
And I'm the other host, Paul. And we are joined by three of Team Podcasts, Charlotte, Donna, and the return of Laura. All major stayers in the Nerdy Up North community. And so this is a special episode. I can't remember who actually chose this one. It might be the shiny one in the middle, Donna, who wanted us to talk about.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember.
But I prepared a little speech, and I'm going to mess it up because, like I said, with the tonight, I always get wrong off my wife as well. Whenever I sing songs, I never sing the right words. I always mess them up. So I kind of make them up in my own head. But I thought this was quite fitting with the podcast and with what we're doing tonight. So we're so glad to see so many of you lovely people here tonight, and would like to especially like to welcome all the Nerdy Up North community who have chosen to join us here on the Nerdy Up North podcast at this time. We do sincerely hope you enjoy the show, and please remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there are still some things that make us all the same. You, me, them, everybody. Everybody.
Do
somebody to love. Right, so the singing started already there. So yes.
Well done.
That was brilliant.
Well done. Well, now you've got the good stuff there. I'll just get the crap stuff out of the way with, and then we can kick this talk off. So everything discussed in tonight's episode is our opinions and our opinions alone. If you want to discuss any topic from tonight's episode, please come and join us in the Facebook group, and we can have an open discussion. What we won't have is anyone coming for us and tell us our opinions are wrong. We can agree to disagree in fandom, so let's keep it fun, keep it kind, keep it musical, and let's keep the toxic. I see when I'm not looking, the toxic behaviour out of nerdism.
Yes, we'll do our best.
Go. Oh, you've already got a name, Donna. Twinkle Donna. And hi, everyone who's in the chat tonight. Let's kick it off, Paul. Let's do this.
Yes, so I've loved musicals since probably, since The Wizard of Oz, been, introduced as a very young age. So anything that sounded fun, I could tap my foot into. Even though I am the most tone deaf person you'll ever meet, as you probably realise in the podcast, I have got no rhythm. I can't even clap in tune, but I will always make an effort. But I'm quite interested to know what your opening and what your first foray is, shall we say, into musicals. Was it the stage show? Was it a movie? Or was it just a CD? Or if you're old like us, was it a record player?
Ooh, tape deck.
We'll have a record player.
We'll let Laura go first.
Yes. Okay. I think mine was probably something like Calamity Jane.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Because my dad really liked stuff like that, Calamity Jane, Seven Frights for Seven Brothers, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I think it was something like Calamity Jane, if I remember rightly. And just loving Doris Day,
who doesn't?
All of the songs in Calamity Jane are amazing. So I think it was probably something like that, or Wizard of Oz, I reckon. Yeah, so
you do have a little bit of Dorothy about you.
Older. But Wizard of Oz, is just amazing. There's just
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one, but
okay.
Sam hates it, but
get it.
Don't say she's wrong about many things, but she is so wrong about the
Wizard of
Oz.
Actually, I'm just impressed with the not wrong about many things. I'll take that one. I'll take that win.
It's probably one of them too. I'd say Calamity Jane or Wizard of Oz. I'd say it was probably me favorite.
I love Calamity Jane. That reminds us of my granddad so much. He loved westerns and stuff, and I think he was very much, with him being a miner and stuff, it was very much a man's man type of situation, especially being from Rye up in the northeast. But with Calamity Jane, I think he allowed the musical element to be in it because it was about a western, so
Yeah.
he kind of got past that. But I'm trying to think of the songs in Calamity Jane now.
Whip crack away.
We crack away, we crap away, we
Crack
crap
away,
away.
whip crack away. I
There
think
was
that's all it's going to be.
There was a lot of these, wasn't there?
You know, a lot of leg
From the wind
slapping.
beating. That was it.
Oh, I love it. Charlotte?
Probably my mum. So my mum grew up watching musicals. I remember her telling me that she used to watch like Sound of Music and stuff with her nana. So we used to watch a lot of like Gigi and Meet Me in St. Louis and all like classic musicals growing up. But I really got into musicals probably around about year 7 when a few friends and myself realised that if we joined the choir, we could get out of school.
Right.
So we joined the choir, and a few months later, we were in South Pacific.
Wow.
What, the
wow.
actual place, or with just the musical?
the musical.
How old were you to do South Pacific? Because that's a hard musical.
So I was in year 7, so I was
Wow.
12, 11, 12.
Brave school.
11, 12, they did South Pacific. Mine, I went to Lord Lawson and Beamish, which was a drama and art school anyway.
Oh,
every year
we've got a theatre kid in house.
every year they put on a really big production.
That's a big
and
production.
the year we did it, it was South Pacific. I think the year after they did Wizard of Oz. They did loads. And that's when I really, really got into musicals because I was in one essentially. So I will never forget the letter that got sent home to my parents about the costumes and stuff. Said on the bottom of the letter, just to let you know, we will be in keeping with the theme, we will be putting fake tan on the children to make them look more authentic.
Oh dear.
My mum and dad just kind of looked at us and went, "Are they taking the Mickey?"
Yeah.
Nearly choked on my pop there.
Obviously,
a few
me taking that home to my parents was a bit.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. So much fun.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's always one of them things I wish I was talented enough to be actually able to do that. Like, you have heard my singing the voice. I am horrendous.
You're a trier, Paul. You're a trier.
It's one of them things, when the people always ask if you could wish for something, I would just wish to be able to sing, because I think it's such a special talent and something that can bridge so many different boundaries, I think.
A little bit.
Yeah. But no, I always wish I could sing, but I can't even train to do it. I just kind of, as I said, I was over the moon because I could drum to 2 Unlimited. No. But that's my musical talent right there. But we are going to try and force Charlotte to sing at some point. I know it probably won't happen, but we're going to keep. I will promise to put up pictures of her feet if she doesn't. So.
Because we have them.
Because Kev is sneakily sending us pictures on the sly.
Slightly concerning.
Oh, come on then, Miss Donna, what's yours?
Actually, both my parents don't like musicals at all. I didn't really grow up with them, but I think it was more of a thing I got into when I was older. But when I think about it, like going back, I mean, I used to watch stuff like Annie, Oliver, Wizard of Oz, all that kind of stuff was on. And I did actually join a drama club in school, which I kind of loved and hated at the same time because I was too nervous for it. And I was also in a choir, which I ended up leaving. So it's kind of like what Paul says, but I wish I had like the ability to stand up and have confidence in front of everybody. Because as much as I wanted to do them, I ended up leaving them because I was too nervous. So I've always liked that kind of thing, like singing and dancing. But I think it was more so in my 20s, and I guess I'm still discovering a lot of musicals now. So it's definitely more of a recent thing for me.
Oh, so you're like on your musical journey. I love that.
So what was the one that you actually got, like, found that made you think, oh, this is something I can get me teeth into? Please don't say The Greatest Showman yet.
I was going to say, you're not allowed to say Greatest Showman.
It was definitely before then. if we're talking just like stage shows, live stuff, was probably Wicked. Like hearing Defying Gravity on the stage, I got proper goosebumps from that.
I cried. I cried my eyes out. Yeah.
I think I would cry.
DVD form and stuff like that, I would probably say Les Mis is probably one of the earlier ones that I watched and got into.
Memories.
You would be Hugh Jackman.
That one.
No.
No, that wasn't the first one I watched, was it? It was the
would have
10th anniversary.
Oh, thank God for that. That's all right then.
And
That's
then I
okay.
watched Hugh Jackman after that.
That's okay.
I
At least
still-
you got to listen to actual singers do it
Oh,
first.
leave it alone. I don't think Hugh Jackman did a bad performance.
I'm not talking about Hugh Jackman, and you know who I'm talking about.
She looked alright, man. She shaved her head and everything, bless her.
Oh, don't. I can't get on an Anne Hathaway around with Les Mis. I just can't do it. We'll be here for hours.
Oh, well, then, Sammy, what was yours?
Oh, I can't even remember how I got my love of musicals, but it has always been there. Probably West Side Story, growing up, wanting to live in America, definitely. But again, I'm a drama kid, went to drama school, sang in the choir, went to singing lessons, went to drama lessons, play the trombone. What else did I do? I worked with the Royal Shakespeare Company, the Scottish Opera, and played with the RAF. Just music and musical theatre was my absolute life. I started in college doing dance, drama and music to then go on to A-level drama, to then go on to musical theatre. And I love it. I love how it makes us feel. I love the fact that it still even has a decent story. Some of them have a decent story. But yeah, it's just always been there. Like when me and Michaela differ over Disney, this is one thing we could never differ over. It's just ingrained in us. Like our parents love it. We were when I was 13, me mum and dad were like, for my birthday, like, oh, we're going out for a meal, and me being a moody 13-year-old, like, no, I want to go with my friends, and no. And I made an absolute dick of myself to then when we actually finished the meal, and I was like, right, I can go home, I've got time, I can go and see my friends. And my mum was like, we're going to see Joseph and the Empire. I was like, fuck me friends, right? Where we're sitting. Because Joseph was massive, like Joseph in his Technicolor Dreamcoat, because if you're a drama kid, everyone's done Joseph. Everyone's done it.
Draw back the curtain.
I have played every variation in Joseph apart from Joseph. I've been a brother, I've been the narrator, I've been in the background, but I've never played Joseph, because obviously I'm going to cast a girl. They'll cast a girl as a brother, but not as Joseph. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, it's just always been there. Always.
Very
Paul?
nice. I was mesmerised as soon as I saw Somewhere Over the Rainbow, as Laura said. Like going on that adventure to Munchkin Land, following the Yellow Brick Road, and I was all in as soon as I heard that. And then things like I saw was the original Oliver, and I had I got to pick up Tucker 2 or Nancy's song, Somebody That Needs Me. Get goosebumps just like thinking about, like say, the actually the emotion in them songs as well. But the one that probably sold everything to us and I've become obsessed with was Grease. When you hear the opening bars, and then Grease is the word is the emotion. And you find out that Sandy was a bit of a slut as well, so it was all right.
Or was she dead? Was she dead
was
and
she
this
dead?
was her dream?
Did she actually drown?
We should have brought this up on the conspiracy one, but yeah.
But no, like I don't think there's a bad song in Grease as well, from like start to finish.
John Travolta's solo's a bit iffy. Do you know they had to write that for him because he couldn't cope with the fact that Olivia Newton-John was getting her own solo with Hopelessly Devoted, and they weren't going to put that song in, and he was like, he had to beg them to do it because he was being a bit of a baby. John Travolta being a baby.
Wasn't that the Hopelessly Devoted one, like say, broke records for being biggest number one of the time as well. Like,
Yeah.
and he spent a full year at number one, I think. When it
Oh,
first
something like that. It's ridiculous how well it did for like a musical number. It was groundbreaking. But yeah, he threw an absolute hissy fit because she got something and he didn't.
But
Child.
I still love it. Like say, and even like Grease 2, I think like say, and I dare say Grease
It's the
2,
best.
Grease 2 sometimes has some of the better songs like Reproduction, and Let's Bowl,
let's rock and roll.
And he's a smooth rider.
He's a cool rider.
Yes. I think Smooth Rider was better though, so that's fine.
I just can't look at that film without just every time he comes on the screen and going, "Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy." Because I'm weird.
What was the other one? The song Beauty School Dropout. That was in the first one though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when Frenchie has a little dream.
Yeah, I always had a crush on Frenchie as well though, so
I loved her hair.
Frenchie was mint.
It was a hair for me. That pink, like that was you couldn't if you wanted that hair color when you're like my age, you had to spray it on your head. Like you couldn't dye it, you had to spray it on. I always remember them hairsprays, they were awful.
Yeah.
Every musical kid wanted to be a pink lady, sorry.
Oh my God, me and my
Everybody
friends,
wanted one of them jackets.
Yeah, me and my friends created our own pink ladies, and we were all assigning people to each other. And I always wanted to be Rizzo. Like, I just wanted to, like, shit. Like,
So
I think I grew up to be her as well.
So you wanted to be the 46-year-old playing a 16-year-old, so
She was 36.
It was always a bit strange, but I think it's even the lads at school used to write T-birds on the back of the blazers and stuff, like put the colours up as
Amazing.
well. We were a bit of a bell ends back then, so yeah.
So what's what was I going to say? What's the favourite? What's the one that you can't that you go to every time over everything else? Because there is always one. Oh, stumped you all. Just the one though.
It's tricky because do you mean like over everything?
Over everything.
Theatre.
It can span across anything, but it's the one thing that you gravitate towards.
Yeah, fuck it. Rocky Horror.
Good choice, my friend.
Like say a stage show movie, even like the crappy like Glee version of it as well. Like just
The
like
Glee version was good.
yeah.
It's they did a remake. Not a you can't remake something. This is what I hate about musicals, by the way, musicals where they go, we're going to remake West Side Story. You're not remaking it. You're just doing a performance of it. Exactly. But didn't they do it with Lawrence Cox? Is it Lawrence Cox?
Out of
and the
Orange is New Black.
Orange New Black, yeah. And I'm sure that bombed. I couldn't watch it.
It had was it Adam Lavelle as
Adam Levine.
as
Adam Levine?
Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert, yeah.
As the Eddie character and stuff like that, and it didn't have the soul. It had the songs, but I think the only song I really loved about that remake was the science fiction double feature.
Oh, it's my favourite song. Honestly, if I ever got a chance to do Rocky Horror, it's the only thing I'd want to do. It's just, and did you know that's Richard O'Brien singing on the film?
Yes.
I did not know that. And also, did you know there's a sequel?
Yes.
I did not know that either. Yes.
Shock treatment.
It's so bad. It's so
not
bad.
great.
It's not. It's like he was riding high with Rocky Horror and went, I know. Oh no, Rocky Horror is such a good choice. It has like been such a staple in my house. Like, I was probably watching it as a kid and I did not understand what I was watching at all. Like,
I've seen it once and I still don't understand.
But the aesthetic of Frankenfurter, like I wanted to be that so badly, and kind of got me wish a little bit. But yeah, the aesthetic of him was great. The songs were fantastic. Like Eddie's song. Actually, that's a lie. Eddie's song, not the one he sings, the one they sing about him. Eddie's Teddy.
When Eddie was
when Eddie said he didn't like his
Teddy, knew he was a no good kid.
But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife, what a guy, makes you cry, and I did. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs ever. Love it. So Rocky Horror for Paul. Anyone else want to dive in?
I think Donna's
Mine
gonna.
would be rock.
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Between three.
What were you going to say there, Charlotte?
Mine would be Rocky Horror as well. It was like the musical in our house growing up, to the point where for my 18th birthday I had a big fancy dress party, and my dad threatened to go as the guy in the wheelchair with
Oh,
the
right.
stockings and suspenders under the blanket for months,
Oh,
like
what?
absolutely months. And I was like, you can't,
Scott.
no.
Scott.
So yeah, mine would be Rocky Horror.
I want to see them photographs of your dad now. In like, say, if your mum's
Oh,
listening.
you didn't do it. I didn't let him. Like, if you do, you're sitting in the house on your own.
To be fair though, have you, when are you 30, Charlotte?
3 years ago.
Oh, I keep thinking.
I was going to say, no, she's not.
I thought
She's past it now.
All right, because we could have had a 30th for a big, like another Rocky Horror, but that's a question.
Well,
Thank you, though.
Well, remember, someone's 40 this year, and we can throw a party then.
We're not doing anything. I don't celebrate age anymore.
I don't recognise age.
So what? But like, if we're talking about Rocky Horror as well, rather than
Yeah.
just jumping from it, if you were gonna, I know Sam's already said that she would probably dress up as Frankenfurter,
Oh, no. If I was going to dress up as anyone, it'd be Magenta.
right?
Anyone. That hair is amazing.
So who would you guys dress up as?
Columbia.
Columbia. Well, Donna's got
Good
the jacket
choice.
I know.
Just need the
Actually,
hat.
it would be Magenta
Columbia.
as well.
I've been in dressed as magenta before.
So would you choose someone else, or would you stick with Magenta?
I don't really know. I've been once and I didn't really know what was going on, so I do need to watch it again because I was a bit like, because it was everybody knew the words, and it was a bit like I was like, what am I in the middle of?
It's such an experience though,
Yeah.
because it's not just the words that they sing in the song, it's also everything else that goes on. Like
When they
anytime
throw them
Janet's
back.
mentioned,
Like when they throw the toast.
you're not
so
allowed
I
to throw
didn't
nothing in the
totally
thing
have to,
anymore.
like experience it again, I guess, because I didn't quite have a clue what was going on.
Yeah, well, isn't it? Every time Janet walks on, she gets called a slag.
Slut.
Sludge.
But because I know they did change the rules, because you used to be able to take in newspapers and squirty guns and stuff like that.
Well, because the top row all had squirty guns and the bottom row all had newspapers. I have been going to live Rocky Horror since I was about 9-year-old or something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not really understanding much. I've seen Anthony Stewart Head as Frankenfurter, and I've seen Jason Donovan as Frankenfurter, and that was it. That was actually a really cathartic experience because he had just come out of rehab, and he was trying to build his career back up, and these people started like heckling him about his drug use. And like the audience was getting riled at them, and he just like did this whole, like, he broke character and just said, I'm fucking trying here. Like, I'm trying. And everyone just got behind. It was such a moment. But yeah, they stopped doing it now. I went one last year, and you're not allowed to participate in that way.
Well, they used to even get like people to put their hands up if it was the first time, and they used to draw V's on the forehead, and they used to have to go as in like a virgin and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's so many still to this day. Rocky Horror parties go on, like especially through Halloween, and they have like live stage shows. So they'll have the film on in the background, and they'll have live actors at the front, and just like they used to do when Tim Curry did it back in the 70s and 80s. That's how they all started. Was they've had the film, or they would just do a little mini stage show. And the history of Rocky Horror is fantastic. It really is.
No, like I say, a lot of people experience it. I'm quite interested to know, like with Laura going for the first time, have you been back, or was that the one and only time that you went?
I've only been the once. I went with my friend, and she said everybody gets dressed up. Everybody does. And we went to Sunderland, and we went to a bar beforehand, and we were the only people in there dressed up.
Right.
And when I got there wasn't as many people dressed up as I'd hoped. So it was kind of like,
It's the same
I
for
was
me as
dressed
well.
as like a very provocative maid, and I just felt a bit like
The self-confidence coming.
Oh wow, we had so many at ours, like all dressed up.
No, hardly anyone.
But bear in mind, we were coming out of lockdown for hours, so there was like,
Right.
I think people just wanted to break free.
It was quite a few years ago now, so I would like to experience it again, just to say, like,
That makes sense. Now you know what's going on. Was it a daytime or a nighttime matter? Because I know the daytime's a little
it was
bit more.
nighttime, and I was really near the front as well. But I think because I just went in it not knowing anything about it, I was just a bit like, oh my goodness, I feel like I should have rehearsed some words or something.
I think it's because like I say most people do go in for the experience now. So I know the last time I saw it, it was with Christopher Biggins doing the narrator version. So
but he was in the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was.
He was one of the extras.
He's one of the extras. He was also, they did at For Love of Horror last year. And I think they're doing it again this year, but just the downsizing it. But this was a big one because Tim Curry was there. They did a Rocky Horror reunion. Biggins was there. Patricia York was there. Was it Patricia York? And Magenta, the one who plays Columbia, she couldn't come because she had to travel to get there, and her travel restrictions were really strict, and it was not worth. It wasn't worth that coming up. But she sent a huge apology video to everyone, and then obviously had Tim Curry there, and it was lovely seeing them all. And I really wanted to go and see Patricia like so badly. Patricia Quinn, that's it.
Yes.
Because she was like everything she was growing up, and I didn't have the balls to do it. Skip to a convention that me and Carolyn do a couple of months later at Gateshead. I think it was on Halloween actually. And she's there at the convention. She's sitting, and I go and walk the convention floor. No one's around her. And I just went, hey, and walked away. That's my moment. I don't like doing like standing in front of people. I like moments where they're like, where you can just like catch someone off guard and go, hiya. I did it with Melanie Hill. It was great.
I'm the most uncool person when I meet a celebrity. Rob will testify. I just turn into a mess.
after your Mick Foley story, I like to say that was the best one ever.
That was great. Look for the bag.
I was pregnant. That's my excuse.
Has anyone else got any Rocky Horror stories or what they love about it?
I know Donna said you'd been to see it was a little bit quieter then. Or were you all full on dressed up as well there, Donna?
Yeah, I went for my 30th birthday last year, and there wasn't that many people dressed up. I had like a really short maid outfit on as well, so I felt like I was flashing. And not many people were there. We went with my friends, and one of the guys had like a big coat on, and underneath he literally had like this black song and stuff. So he was waiting for his moment to just go like that. And he was nervous because no one was dressed up, but these lasses behind him were loving it, so it was all right in the end.
Oh, I love that. My mum and dad went one year, and my dad had spotted these amazing legs, as he kept saying. Legs were absolutely unreal, and this person had their back turned to them the whole time. They had the white coat on, and all they could see was fishnets. And my mum's going, go over and talk to them. Go on, I'll give you this one. So he walks back over, full on guy with a beard. With the most amazing legs going.
my uncle took my auntie for their anniversary. My uncle's not with us anymore, but he surprised her. So he took her for like a really posh meal and then didn't tell her where they were going, and she'd never seen Rocky Horror before.
She was in for an experience.
So they're all dressed up, like just been to a really nice restaurant. They're all dressed up and they start walking towards the theatre, and like obviously she sees the crowd and she sees the audience going in, and she's like, "Where the hell are you taking me? What are we doing?"
I would love to do
And like they got there, and she said, like to this day, it's still her favourite anniversary that they ever had together.
Brilliant.
I would love to do a reaction, like I say. Imagine doing a Nerdy Up North performance of Rocky Horror with some of the weird characters there.
Well,
like, getting Grant, or even getting like Kevin Stockings and stuff like that.
Grant would do it in a heartbeat. You wouldn't even have to ask him twice. He would definitely
I'm pretty sure I can probably sense this conversation. He's already getting the fishnets out.
Who's this, Grant or Kev?
Oh gosh. So anyone else favorite all time, like can't live without, gotta put it on straight away? Donna, you can say The Greatest Showman if it is The Greatest Showman.
I was kind of stuck between 3, which was Wicked, Hamilton, and The Greatest Showman. But I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be The Greatest Showman. So don't kill us.
No,
We're
I
already-
said
we're already
we said
joking
we
before,
would.
don't worry.
Oh gosh, no! The songs are absolutely fantastic. I'm just not a huge fan of the film, but that's nothing to do with the songs are amazing. Whoever, I don't know who the composer is who wrote them, but holy shit!
It's the guys who wrote La La Land.
I've never seen La La Land,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know
people.
why.
There's 2 of
But
them.
Ryan Gosling's face just puts us off a bit. It's just, but no, the songs are just, the songs are like fantastic.
So so The Greatest Showman. So which is your favourite songs in The Greatest Showman then, Jonna?
Probably To the Other Side. I think that's my favorite one.
Is that
Which
the one
one's that in?
that's one that sounds like the Chili Pepper song, isn't it?
I don't know. It starts off. You go right here, right now. I'll put the offer out.
The one where they're in. It's the one where they're in the bar, isn't it?
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Listen to that song now. Listen to the Chili Pepper song, Other Side. It sounds remotely same. No, trust us. I was surprised. I was like, I recognise this song from somewhere. But then when you listen to Chili Peppers doing Other Side, the words have changed, but the melody's quite similar. So might be a bit of copyright there. I'm just saying.
With the plagiarism. My favourite is, I don't know what the actual song's called, but I think it's From Now On.
It's called From Now On.
Is that what
Yeah.
it's called?
Yeah.
Blinded by the light.
Oh my god,
Kev's
that's
It's Kev's
Look,
favourite as well.
I've actually got him next to us there.
Ooh, I
Donna's
like
going
that.
to come and steal it.
Wasn't he not like the nicest person
Oh,
either?
he was a horrible
Yeah,
person
he
in
was
real life.
horrible, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
RPG
the
Bond.
Hugh Jackman version is a delight, and that song is just phenomenal. And anytime I see a TikTok come on that has that sound bite and people dancing to it, I will sit and watch it forever. Donna's nodding her head. You know exactly what I mean. How people perform that dance is just, it gives us goosebumps. I love it.
Have you seen the behind the scenes video?
Yes. Oh,
When he
with
had
her.
when he had, so it was like the showcase they were presenting the film, and
Yes.
he had nose cancer, and he
Yes.
just had an operation, and he wasn't supposed to sing,
And he couldn't help himself.
and he just and like at the end you see him go.
I've got goosebumps
He's
thinking
sti-
about
he's
it.
popped his stitches.
Yeah, I've got goosebumps thinking about it because he's got his stand in there next to him, and you can see him, and he's like kind of constantly getting up and then sitting back down again, and then it just overcomes him, and he just starts, and I'm like,
The energy in that room as soon as he starts singing is unbelievable. Like everybody it's unbelievable.
it's when she does what's the song called, the big one,
This is me.
This Is Me, that's it.
I
When
love
she
that
does
one.
that song, but she looks terrified to start with. But as soon as she takes one look at Hugh Jackman, and it's like, he just gives her a look to say, it's fine, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she moves away from the music stand, and that's it. She's just in it. And
She
then
is incredible.
That room erupts.
The only one that gets on my nerves is Never Enough.
Me too.
Which one's that one?
On my nerves.
They're
She
like,
just wants to
oh,
have an affair with
yeah.
him, and it just makes us
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Just angry.
Damn you, pretty lady. Who's not really singing that song. Sorry.
yeah.
That annoys me about musicals, especially musical film, when they change they don't show the person who's actually singing.
Yeah.
It really bugs us. Well, in West Side Story, did you know Rita Moreno does not sing her own words, and she's a singer?
Yeah.
It's so bad. So bad.
No, like I say, a lot of the Greatest Showman songs are, I think, they're quite poppy as well, though. So they do quite jump out. But like I say, the starting one kind of I like, but it puts us off a bit when the kids start singing. And I know it sounds horrible, but when kids sing, it really.
You and children.
If it comes onto my playlist, I skip the second part because the kids start singing.
Yeah.
I like that part, but they just really overplayed it afterwards. But I loved that part of the movie when I was in the cinema.
Didn't Pink do a version of one of the songs?
Yeah,
They
A
did.
little girl, yeah.
Yeah, they did. So they did the Greatest Showman original soundtrack, and then they brought out a second one, which was the Greatest Showman remixed,
Right.
and it was like pop singers and famous singers doing. Because I think James Arthur did a cover. I think Kesha did a cover.
Yeah.
Pink and her daughter did a cover. There was loads of them.
I only watched it last year.
Doesn't
'Cause I had
surprise us.
to.
Doesn't
No.
surprise us.
It took me a lot longer to watch it
No.
than when it came out.
I tend to put them kind of I tend to put them off because I know I'm going to love it. And then I'm going to want to watch it over and over and over again, like I did with Pitch Perfect. I tried to stay away for stuff like that. But then when I watched it, I was like, it's all right. The songs are fantastic. You can't knock the songs. They're absolutely amazing. But the film was just a bit...
And I love to say, well, like I said, Zac Efron's voice is absolutely, like, say, it's velvet.
Yeah.
Like, say, when he sings it, it is perfect. Like, he's got lovely tone, pitch, and everything. I don't think again, it gets a lot of shit, but I think that the film couldn't get made without Hugh Jackman or Zac Efron in it as well. But no, it is up there. I wouldn't say it was probably in my top 5 or even top 10
same
musicals or like say type performance. But it's one of them things I'll put in the background and I'll enjoy, but I'll gravitate to like saying like I'll purposely put it on. But I know how much of a fan Donna is. I was expecting you to come out and, like, with the top hat and doing the dance.
Yeah,
this is the greatest show.
Wasn't it like the first episode, the first time you ever came on, and you had in the background your Greatest Showman display, and you were so proud of it? I remember that. Feels like a lifetime ago.
I think that was at your dad's, though, wasn't it?
No, it's in here. It was a gift from my dad.
I remember you saying it was about your dad because you keep trying to steal all your dad's shit, don't you?
I think me and Sam's going to do To the Other Side on karaoke at some point. We're both going to do like a little dance after a few. Probably.
You get Chucky to record that then, so we can put it on the group.
It'll probably be in a bar or something.
So when we do the meet-up, we're going to put that. Ask them to put it on and get you on at the top of the stage.
Especially with them cocktail off of mind.
Well, after a few drinks, me and Sam are up dancing and singing everything, and she's coming, so it might happen.
Excellent. Now we know.
Well then, lovely Laura, your pick.
Okay, I'm going to choose. Greatest Showman would have been like something like it'd feel good, and I would put that on to make us feel good. But out of musicals at the theatre, I would say Jersey Boys, because we're going on Thursday, and I think it's my 4th time.
Wow.
Just the music, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and we actually chose to have a Frankie Valli and Four Seasons like tribute band at our wedding.
Oh wow!
It was really cool. And we sort of seen that together in London for the first time. It wasn't the best experience in London. There was a really drunken lady who ended up getting kicked out towards the end because she was spoiling it for everyone. But so we then seen it when we came back here and things. But I don't know, something about it's very simple, the kind of the stage show. But it's just put together really well, in the music and the fact that it's a true story.
My mum and dad are going to see it this week as well. This is like their 2nd time, and they absolutely love it.
It's just the stage is so simple. It's just like I'll have a chair and a couple of tables, but it's like the way that they use that's just brilliant. I just love it. I love the music. So yeah, I would definitely say that one because I'm on my fourth viewing.
It's my dad's favourite as well. He went to Broadway in New York to see it.
Oh, wow.
He had the choice there to see Wicked and Jersey Boys, and he chose Jersey Boys, and I was like, why? He went, but that's just like seeing my mum and dad with it like all over though. That's not one I've not went like I've seen it. Like I say, I've seen Jersey Boys a few times, but it's one of them ones where I think it's like with the style of the music, it's not my style of music, so I can never really go. But I can see why people do love it, and like, as I said, the performance in it you're always tapping your foot. Like I say, it's definitely a good time when you're there. So you'll have to tell us what if the Sunderland one lives up to the memories as well.
Michelle,
can I change my answer?
Of course you can.
Because my mum's just reminded us Motown the musical.
Motown.
Which one?
Motown the musical. We went to see it 3 years ago. I might be wrong. 3 or 4 years ago. And we grew up on Motown in my house. Like Motown is my dad's absolute. My dad is a very musical person, and Motown is his absolute. And we took him for Father's Day to go see it, and it was the closest I will ever get to seeing that music live. with my dad. It
Yeah.
was unbelievable, like unbelievable. Like, it was honestly, it was just so good. I'd happily go back and watch it over and over again.
No,
I
definitely.
love that so much. I really do. I love when you have them kind of connections.
Yeah, it's like you resonate
Especially
with the
music.
memories and stuff that do like they kick in. So I'm interested to know Charlotte, what's your mum's favourite musical? If she's texting you, you can get her to let you know.
Yeah.
She's already told us the Gigi. She could watch it for days. Gigi, she could watch it for days.
Right.
I love
That's a little segue as well, just to cut in. I don't know if Charlotte's mum actually saw this last time. I know I was going to do a little video. Got a little proposition for you, Charlotte's mother. We want you to come on the podcast, but the only way we're going to have you on the podcast, because we've seen the photograph, we want to see you in the podcast dressed as a monkey. In the monkey onesie, and if you do come on the podcast, we have said that we will all wear onesies and join you in that. Sam will wear unicorn representing the bronies. I don't know where it'll be some kind of kinky fetish outfit.
I don't know why, but no, hasn't Sam got a cow one?
I've got a TARDIS onesie.
There you go.
And I'm sure we'll find one as well. So the challenge is there. It's all Charlotte's fault. It was her idea, I promise.
No, I swear it's not.
We have laid the gauntlet down, Charlotte's mum. I'm happy to wear my unicorn onesie.
What will the podcast be about with onesies?
I know.
Anything Charlotte's mum wants to talk about. If she wants to do time on Charlotte, she can do time on Charlotte. That's fine.
And it is
Charlotte's feet.
Charlotte's feet, yeah, hashtag.
Hashtag Charlotte's feet.
But yeah, it is down to Charlotte's mum's choice as well. She would have full choice of topic.
Whatever.
She can even talk about like childhood memories of Charlotte, and we could all just reminisce and like join in their memories.
This is going to be fun, Charlotte. It's going to be fun.
She's just texted, shaking head. No, monkey onesie.
Just think about it.
Just think your choice.
Yeah, just think about it. Sit on it. You know, you don't have to answer straight away. And monkey is an option. You can always change it up.
Yep. But it has to be a onesie. I'm sorry. Them are the rules. And if Charlotte still living at home, she probably would be grounded as well now. So it's
Probably still grounded.
So yes. So going back to musicals. So some of the, as I said, I've mentioned a few that I absolutely love. One of the other ones, like I say, I grew up on. Like I say, I did the opening, the Blues Brothers. Like talking about Motown and like I say that type of music, and like I hadn't heard that type of music before the Blues Brothers, I think. And that that introduced me into stuff like Aretha Franklin, like say B.B. King, and like stuff like proper soulful music.
Who else was in it? But
like
Dan Aykroyd and
every there's so many in it.
There's a Charles. Ray Charles.
Ray Charles was in it. Yeah,
that would have done my nutting.
It's one of my earliest memories of a musical, because I must have watched it when I was tiny, because as I say, like my dad was sort of blues and Motown music, is the restaurant scene when Aretha Franklin starts singing. Like, yes, that's probably my earliest memory of any kind of musical.
Go on, Charlotte, kick us away.
No.
I thought we were going to get her there.
I think we will, I think we'll catch her out. We'll get a song at some point and she'll just start.
I just love the start. Want a mission of God, from God to perform, and it's like, yes. And as Laura said, the cast is unbelievable. Dan Aykroyd with Ghostbusters. I know how much of a Ghostbusters fan she is. What's he called? I've forgotten his name. Belushi. John Candy was in this. Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher? I always forget Carrie Fisher's in this.
Oh, she's nuts in this as well.
Isn't she? Doesn't she have the rocket launcher at the end?
Well, no, it's at the start. She blows up Jake's apartment.
Tiny little thing, and it's just like if I can imagine Charlotte carrying a rocket launcher around.
But the nuns are telling them off all the time, and like I said, they've got to save the nuns.
What does he call the nuns though? He doesn't call them the penguins. That's it.
I know.
We only seen it a couple of years ago. Actually, there was a drive. In the drive-in movies they do. and it was in
Oh, we got to
Southfield.
do one of them.
And we went there, and it was the Blues Brothers, and we'd never seen it before. So we went, we'll choose something we haven't seen before, and we were like, this is crazy, but it's really cool.
Oh, we have to do something like that. I have a
really
car.
good.
I have a
It's
car
really
at the
good.
moment, so if it craps out, it's in the field, so we can just walk away and leave it.
I think Donna watched it for the first time last night, didn't you?
Did
Yeah,
you?
it was the first time I'd seen
The
it.
first time.
Wow, what did you think?
I loved it. I was sitting tapping away all the way through. It's quite funny as well. Like they've just got proper dumb look and they just get up and walk away from everything, which is funny.
Their chemistry is magic, isn't it? It's like it's such a shame that we couldn't have the journey that Dan Aykroyd had set out for the pair of them in comedy and movies, and it's such a shame. But what was didn't they do like a Blues Brothers 2000, or am I making that up?
There was a sequel. There was John Goodman playing, like I said, basically Elwood had gotten out of jail this time, and they were again on a mission of God to do something. But again, they had Eric Clapton, like trying to think now, like loads
amazing.
of had like a band off, but
At the end.
yeah,
Band off.
like say these get famous like songs and like say the like musicians like playing against each other, like the Bayou. But it had it was hosted by the guy from the Tonight was it the Tonight Show, the bald guy who used to play the drums, Paul or something. He was the one that like say was hosting the Get Band Off, but no, that like it was good. But like the songs weren't, no, because it had the same vibe. But again, the first one, just absolutely hilarity, and like I say, the songs are just everything. Like say when you're going through, and the car chase, the best ever car chase ever made in any film
The
ever.
most
Absolutely.
expensive and the longest, the most cars that has ever been in a chase scene in movie history has not been beaten.
And when I went to, like, say, I think I was sending you a message in the chat the other day when we went to Florida, and Universal Studios. You go around the corner, you see like the Bluesmobile coming around the corner with a big thing, and then they perform, like say in the street, and everyone's dancing in the street as well. Like say they play like everybody needs somebody. Trying to think of the other thing, and they do a big like amazing black woman comes out and sings Respect.
You better think.
And
I've danced like a twat a few times to that, to them, to them numbers on that street. It's brilliant though. Like you just lose yourself. You don't think about anyone else around you because they're standing on like it's like a doorway, isn't it? And you just lose yourself in like you forget where you are and that there's people standing around you and you're stone cold sober in the middle of the day.
Doesn't matter in Florida.
It's so hard not to love that music though. Like it's just
it gets you, like say, it's because there's not much feeling in it as well. It's not just like a like as I said, a one that someone's put together like a simplified like Respect. Like again, I know we're talking about it. There's so much in that, and again, for its time, it was like not just women; it was black women, and Sean, I say, and her voice again, Aretha Franklin. Wow, what a woman!
Yeah. You can't. There's not a lot like her.
Has
There's
anybody
few who can replicate her, but there's none one that like do what she did.
Has anybody seen the recent film with Jennifer Hudson?
No, but I do want to watch it. I have a lot of respect for that woman.
That woman was born to play Aretha Franklin.
That woman was born to take over the world with
She
that
is
voice.
amazing. But if we're talking about nice little segue, Dreamgirls.
Yes.
Never seen it.
I
Never
love
seen either.
Dreamgirls.
Never seen it, but I know that
Dreamgirls.
I know that song. I know Effie's song, and as much as I love Jennifer Lawrence's performance because it just comes so flawlessly to her, she can sing that song. Hudson.
Yeah.
That's the second
I
time I've done that.
I was going to say it. I was thinking you've not seen it. Charlotte was going to tell us about it. Let Charlotte tell us about it.
That's the second time I've used Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, but she's not a black
I mean,
woman.
they're vastly different.
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah,
Jennifer
Charlotte,
Holiday.
Tell us about
Jennifer
it.
Holiday is the best one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Beyonce fan. Probably a big.
Don't like her.
I don't like
I'm-
Beyonce either.
I'm not a big Beyonce fan. I think she's overrated. But that film made me notice her. Like her song "Listen" when she sings that in the film it's just so powerful. Like the emotion in her face, in the way she sings, everything about it is unbelievable. But the standout, hands down, is Jennifer Hudson as Effie,
not Lawrence,
singing, singing that song.
Was that one of the first movies she did?
It was the one. It was after she.
I know she was in Sex and the City briefly.
Yeah, it was the first. It was like the first musical movie she'd done.
Mm-hmm.
She won an Oscar for it.
She did. She was incredible. Incredible.
I might be wrong. Was Eddie Murphy in it, or am I totally wrong with that?
He was so good as well. That man has a brilliant voice.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Brilliant voice.
he's a complete arsehole, but he's so talented.
And Jamie Foxx as well.
Yeah.
Fox has got such a
talented.
good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Sickeningly talented.
Yeah, but just showcase, like, because I think you're right. She just come off winning American Idol.
She didn't win American Idol.
Was it,
No, she came 7th or something. She didn't do very well at all.
Yeah, she didn't.
Who the bloody hell won?
That's what I mean. She literally left that.
Was it
to then
Jennifer
go and-
Lawrence?
No, it definitely wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. I'm sure I did that last week as well. No, she didn't do very well in the show to then go on to Dreamgirls and win an Oscar, and it was like an FU to.
Because I'm sure Simon Cowell made a big speech and stuff when she won the Oscar, saying, "Oh, I was wrong. You should have won." Yeah, you should.
Because she lost a lot of weight as well, didn't she? She went from went really tiny as well.
Yeah.
I think that was later on down the line.
I think that was after she'd had I think she's got a son. It was after that when she started doing the voice and things.
Yeah, because she was married to a WWE wrestler as well.
She was.
Yeah.
David Otunga, whatever he was called. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good. I think
No.
I think they kept him around in WWE longer than he should have been just because who he was married to.
Yeah. Didn't he do commentary in the end as well? And he wasn't very good at that either.
No.
So they just got rid of him.
Yeah. But
Not good.
No, it wasn't one of the best. But yes. So if we're going to talk like modern day ones as well, I know we've talked about The Greatest Showman, but which modern day ones have you seen? Because I know there's one I'm dying. There's one I'm dying to see. But it's just the tickets are too expensive at the moment. I mean, Mum and Dad seen it last year, and they said it was absolutely amazing with the Back to the Future the musical.
Didn't even
Really
know it was a
wanna
thing.
Yeah.
I so want to say that so badly.
It's got talking about desperate like one of the guys out with Desperate Housewives is playing Doc.
Jesse Metcalf.
Oh no!
Really?
No.
That's the only one I know. That's the only one I know of the Desperate Housewives.
No. He was one of the like say the husbands that was like later in the seasons. I think he was in one of the Hostel movies as well.
Must to Google it.
But like say, but I think they did on Red Nose Day last year, not this year. They did a performance of like don't need money, don't need fame. Don't need no credit card and call. I'm sorry, I was going off tangent. Like saying it was absolutely the guy played Marty was unbelievable, and my mum and dad said they went to see it because they changed the story of Back to the Future slightly. I know, like say, how can you change the story of Back to the Future, but they add things in and they twist things so it's not exactly like the film. But they said it was one of the best things they've seen in a long time, and I need to see this. I'm so desperate to see it. I think
I didn't even know it was a thing.
It was a few weeks ago. There was a night at the musical show on.
Yeah, it was
ITV.
on that, wasn't it?
Me and Laura were watching it, and that came on. And I messaged Laura. I was like, "I need to see this." I was like, "What? I need to see this." And then I messaged everybody else, and it was like, "Anybody fancy a trip to London?" It looks absolutely amazing.
But it started in Manchester, I believe. It started its production in Manchester, then moved to London after like doing so well at that time. But like I say, you know me, I'm all in anything to do with the 80s and Back to the Future, but a fucking Back to the Future musical, shit, yeah.
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
They will literally make a musical out of anything. I love it.
Cool. So what about you guys?
There's only one that will ever come to mind for modern day musicals. And I think Laura might be on the same page as us, I think. What if I went dun 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 dun?
You were the bastard orphan
Son of a whore and a
whore.
Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean. I'll stop now. But yeah, I could have kept on going. Yeah, Hamilton, 100% Hamilton. The first musical I ever listened to the soundtrack to first before I watched the stage show.
Same.
It is
Because it's
unreal.
such everything Lin-Manuel Miranda touches just turns to gold. He's
amazing.
Unreal. Like the way that he does that musical is so different to any other musical. Like it's like the rap and the way that everyone has like a different style as well of rap, I'd say as well.
He's the only person who can read Alexander Hamilton's autobiography and say, this is a hip hop musical. Yeah. This is a hip hop musical right here. The fact that it took him a year to write My Shot is mind blowing, because he said he wanted a centerpiece song that how they have the music running through the so it's like continuation, and he wanted that to be in that song. And it took him a year to write it, and it's perfection.
You know who I love though? The King.
Oh
yeah.
How good is he?
He's so that song as well, like the British Invasion song, and because he asked, who was it? Hugh Laurie. He asked Hugh Laurie, like, what do you think the English would have said, like after the revolution? He was like, "You'll be back. You will definitely be back," and that's where the song came from.
Who is it that plays it again in the? It's him that's on Frozen. Does the voice for Frozen?
It's him from
Jonathan Groff from Glee.
He's on Glee. Is he on Glee?
Yeah.
He was Mindhunter.
Boyfriend. Yeah.
He brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I never saw him as musical theatre mind, because I only ever saw him in Mindhunter to start with.
He came from musical theatre.
Yeah.
Well,
I had no idea.
I was going to say most of the Glee cast, like say, came from musical theatre. I think that was the whole like premise, especially when they got in Dina Menzel in.
Was she in that too?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
she was.
And so was the blonde girl off Wicked, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Kirsten Chenoweth.
She was Easter in
like that.
American
Easter,
Gods.
that's it. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yes. But they got Neil Patrick Harris in to sing the Aerosmith song. What was it?
Yep.
I'm trying to think the song now.
No, I'm thinking about it. No, it's not Aerosmith.
I know he's musical theatre. Didn't he do Priscilla recently?
He's done a lot of stuff, but his voice is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing.
Phenomenal.
Doogie Howser's
I
got
love
pipes.
Glee, you know.
Barney Stinson for the win.
Glee was very much of its time. I think.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It hasn't aged greatly.
No, especially with what happened to most of the cast. So,
it's cursed, isn't it?
It has not aged greatly, but I was a total Glee kid. I loved that show.
Oh, were you
I love Glee. A Gleek.
Glee.
Yeah. Loved that show.
I think the first 2 seasons for Glee was thing, but then they couldn't go to regionals anymore, as they keep taking the piss out in any other show. Did
you watch it?
Oh, I was obsessed with Glee. Like, see, I've got no shame.
No, I didn't think that'd be something you would watch. Like, I get the musical side, but like musical theatre, but I never thought you'd be into like Glee.
No, I used to skip most of the bullshit, just go to the songs. When I used to have a Glee soundtrack and just listen to the mashups, like jump, do. When they've done the Van Halen sound up. But
the Warblers as well.
Yes, the Warblers.
The Warblers.
Lost.
It's like say they've done was it Tina Turner Proud Mary? They said they've done a version of Proud Mary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And don't stop believing. So don't stop.
The Britney Spears episode was amazing.
Yes.
The Britney Spears
Lady
episode
Gaga one was it? I'm sure
brilliant.
they did a Lady Gaga as well.
They did, because they all dressed up like Lady Gaga. It was brilliant.
Because they were trying to do the what should you call her fans? Lady Gaga's monsters. They would bring out the inner monsters in the episode. So they had Finn dressing up like effeminate and stuff, and like and Kurt trying to be a bit more masculine as well. It's showing like different sides of the personalities. But like say, here's me saying I'm not a Glee fan, but I'm naming all the names, bitches.
I do. I know who Finn is. I know who Kirk is because I see a lot of, for some reason, a lot of clips come up on me TikTok, and it all surrounds around their relationship. I don't know why.
I think one of my favourite songs as well is I think it was the second season where the guy who came like with blonde hair and he just sang "I want to be a billionaire so freaking much," and he's just playing it on an acoustic guitar. I like them when they strip back as well though, so it's kind of like say my little things. So
I think Glee got a lot of people interested in musicals again though.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I think it had like a re-energize of it. I just can't stand Leah Michelle. I don't like her voice. I don't like her as a person.
And not many people do, as by the sounds.
Yeah, but her voice is still. Do you know how we were talking about Jennifer Hudson being flawless, and she doesn't have to try too hard?
Yeah.
I feel like she tries too much.
She does Defying Gravity justice.
Oh,
I'll give it a due there. Defying Gravity.
And they did it really well. How they made her? Didn't they make her a mum?
Yeah. So when
That's a mum.
That was the mum in the show, yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
There's a look there. They definitely look like each other.
Yeah, but like I say, when they've done the Defying Gravity episode, because they had her and they had like a note off, didn't they? Her and Kurt, seeing who could hit hit the high note, and he kind of threw it so that because it was all about as you said before at the start. Women playing men roles and men playing women roles because he was going against saying why can't a man play like Alphabet and hit this number, and like I say Kurt's dad got involved and it was like quite an emotional episode, to be honest, like say quite groundbreaking for its time. But
it was really sad when Finn obviously passed away in real life and you see the emotions when they were singing. Was
that
like
episode was unbelievable.
How did they kill him off in the show?
It was called the quarterback because he was the quarterback.
They didn't. It was really clever in the show. They didn't talk about it. It opens with Kurt saying, "It doesn't matter how he died. It's the fact he's not here anymore."
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. He died on my birthday. Convenient.
We kind of get the grim route to leave yet, so don't worry.
No.
But moving on, like say a good segue. Like I know I've seen Wicked 3 times now. I don't know. I still can't fathom how good that stage show is. It is probably my number one. Like if they ever make a film of it, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be wearing out so much.
There's been rumours, I'm sure.
They've sold the rights.
They've tried to make it because they were going to make it at the time when they were doing Oz the Great and Powerful with James Franco.
And they put that out?
No.
Yeah.
It was because there were going to be 3 films. There were going to be that. Then there was going to be a one in the future with Robert Downey Jr. playing the Oz. And there was going to be Wicked. And when that one tanked, all the others kind of fell away. So they've
So Franco ruined it for everyone.
Kind of, but it's because it wasn't. It's the problem is with the Wizard of Oz or any Wizard of Oz films, they've got different rights for different things. Like they've got rights for the film, but they've not got the rights for the ruby slippers. So they can't show the ruby slippers. So that's why in the old Frank Oz one, it wasn't ruby slippers. It was silver. In the books.
Right.
So when they brought out the ruby slippers, I think MGM kept the rights for the ruby slippers. So they couldn't show that
That's weird.
And certain elements they can't use again. So that's why the Wizard of Oz hasn't been remade.
There's something about the look to Dorothy as well with that dress and the pigtails and stuff.
Yeah.
That's connected. They've got the rights for that in like the original film. But it's only with the original film. If they wanted to remake it, they would have to redesign.
Is it because of the book?
No, the Frank Oz book, like I think Disney owns the right to now. But the actual elements to the films, like the looks and the design, certain characters, that's why, like I say, when they done the Return to Oz film Disney produced, they couldn't use the line "The Witch and the Wardrobe." Well, that's a totally different film there. Sorry, Lions, Tiger, like I say, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and Like I say,
The
they had to
Cowardly
do
Lion.
the Cowardly Lion, but they couldn't use them in the way that they had used them. So that's why they had
Wow.
to change like aspects.
How fucking clever is that, though?
But that's why in Return to Oz, Dorothy looks really different.
That film is fantastic, though. That is so much better than The Wizard of Oz.
Fuck off.
It is nightmare fuel.
It's
It is straight up nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
But to be fair though,
Too creepy.
that's not a musical though. So
No, I know. I wouldn't have even classed Wizard of Oz as a musical until you said. It's just a shit film.
Somewhere over the
Ding dong, the
rainbow.
witch is dead. Witch, oh witch, the wicked witch.
And follow the yellow brick road.
Oh, you can follow it.
Wicked is so clever though, isn't it? The way that they do Wicked.
Oh, brilliant.
How they link all the characters and things.
Yeah. I love the little hints as well. Like when, sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen it. When there's little hints of like Dorothy or things in the background, when they're going through the stories and stuff like that. But I love it how, like say the Wicked Witch, Elphaba. I love her like starting up how her mother was conned by a salesman giving her a special potion that turned a baby green, and like say a sister. I can't remember what was her sister called. Who couldn't walk, so they were pushing around in the chair, and that's where the slippers came from, and how the wizard wasn't really nice. He was trying to be all like say going all political here, like stopping the animals from talking and stuff like that. So it was all about like say the animals' rights and stuff, and that's where Elphaba become bad and Glinda. Yes. And how she, in the protest, she removed the A, so she just become Glinda.
Well, it's nice the story of like why she's the Wicked Witch and why she becomes like how she is. I think the older I get, the more I always say this, the more I like relate to the villains type characters. And you can kind of be like, oh, that's why they're that way.
That's why I like complexity in my villains. I like to be able to see myself in them.
But I even like say the songs were wicked. Like say all of them are toe tapping and fun. Like I'm so popular. Popular. Yeah, sorry.
I've never heard a song from it apart from Defying Gravity and literally the high bit. That's all I've heard. Nothing else.
I hope you're
You
happy.
need to get onto that.
Yeah, I hope you're happy with this.
I haven't seen it on stage, but I know all the songs and I've read the books, and the books are brilliant.
Yeah, we were talking about the books before that. Like say they're very sexualized in the books.
Yeah,
Sound like my kind of reading.
There's definitely like say a Munchkin orgy that goes on as well. So.
Yeah, there's definitely bits of the book that don't translate into a musical.
Did Stephen King have anything to do with the books?
No.
Stephen King musical.
Wow, now we're talking.
Doing a Stand By Me musical, but off to see the body that's up the line.
That'd be awesome. Just imagine it as a musical.
But saying that though, we've had a modern take, like in a TV show that we all loved quite recently. The Avengers, the musical in Hawkeye.
And you hated it.
Oh, it was terrible.
I wanted it to be real so bad.
What was it called again?
Rogers the musical.
Rogers the
Steve
musical.
Rogers the musical, yeah.
Because you see
I
the
just
poster
spotted
in
that
Spider-Man.
on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Poster.
You know what it is though, right? Chris Evans has just signed up to be like Fred Astaire or something in a new film.
Yes.
All right.
It's completely writing itself now.
Uh-huh.
He can
is.
tap dance and he can sing. He's a theatre kid.
He
It's
is
writing
the-
itself. It needs to happen.
He's also
And
playing
he's
the
good, isn't
dentist in
Little Shop of Horrors. He is.
Great segue, by the way.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
The musical I grew up
Really
on as a
caught
kid.
us there.
Oh, Rick Moranis, he was absolutely perfect. And again, similar to the Blues Brothers, the cast on that, fuck off.
Oh.
I know it was a remake. I know Little Shop of Horrors was a remake to the original, but that cast like Steve
a
Martin,
remake.
like say, John Candy again,
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, and like say has been the Donna role, being the sadist.
Yeah, he was. More. Ellen Green.
Yeah. Sorry.
One of the originals. She is the original Audrey.
Yeah. Audrey.
Still sings. She still sings to this day as Audrey.
Yeah. What was the song? Suddenly Seymour.
Oh, don't, because I will start singing it. I will start singing it.
Feed me.
Does it have to be human?
Feed me.
Does it have to be mine?
Feed me. Feed me.
Where am I supposed to get it?
That guy looks like plant food to me.
Oh wow! So growing up, I've only ever seen the original ending. You know, Seymour wins, gets the girl, runs off into paradise. Years and years and years later, me and my sister are having a drink at my first flat, and Anthony got us a copy of Little Shop of Horrors to watch because it's something that we grew up on. It's very special to me and my sister. Singing away, dancing away, the end comes up. Seymour dies.
Yeah.
Seymour gets eaten by Audrey 2. Yeah. And then Audrey 2 takes over the whole world. And me and Michaela had an utter meltdown. Like, whole meltdown, because we have never seen the theatre version and the alternative ending before. And that absolutely broke us as human beings.
It was the Blu-ray version that they brought out, I believe, with the alternative.
It's the stage show ending. It's not like the when they were going to do it originally, and when the studio saw it, they were like, you cannot have the plant be like, they can't win, the good guy has to win.
It was a test audiences that saw it originally. They actually went, it got such a bad reaction, they went and refilmed the ending. And
so that's the stage show ending, and I love it. I love the fact that Audrey 2 won, and there's all these Audrey 2s everywhere. It's fun, and this end song's brilliant. So fun.
All the songs are
I haven't seen it, which is why I'm quiet.
Cut her off.
No, but that's great. I bet she's going to watch it now after my
Please watch
performance.
It. Oh, it's brilliant.
I've heard the songs and things. I've just never and I've used some of the pop vinyls to make other pop vinyl. That helps. Rick Moranis' head I use for the Lewis Tully and the Ghost.
Excellent.
I've got Audrey 2 downstairs. It's on my mantle, but I always wanted an Audrey 2. There was so many people I would have chopped up and given. Have you? I take it, Donna, is it one of yours? Have you seen this one?
I have not seen it either.
Donna, you will love it.
I'm probably surprising you all by that.
No, do you know what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, cut Laura off. I would love to have your brains right now and like have a total like mind wipe and then watch it again for the first time.
I've seen like loads of clips from it and whatnot. My mum has told us to watch it.
It's just great.
I love it.
No one didn't get me references when I was in the chat in, just shouting feed me.
She was Donna just going,
I knew the references, but given what Sam had said before that, I was thinking something completely different, which I can't say.
Oh wow.
Bill Murray does it though, Disney on the on Scrooged.
What?
He says, "Feed me, Seymour," at the end of Scrooged on one of like an ad lib that he does.
Does he?
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Scrooged. When he's doing the talking, he's like kind of talking, he's breaking the fourth wall and he's talking to the camera.
Oh, he does. It's Bill Murray, man. You know, when he's talking at the end, he goes, "Feed me, Seymour." Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yes. That's all improv, that as well. So, and he must have just done Little Shop of Horrors.
No, but like I said, Bill Murray in Little Shop of Horrors is absolutely amazing with Steve Martin. Like,
even Steve Martin's freaked out by him. Cause I'm a dentist and a success. Love it. Can't wait for Chris Evans to play him, mind.
I know.
Looking forward to that one.
Oh, they're remaking it all.
They can't remake a musical. You can just redo it.
Yeah.
You redo it and
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I didn't realise they were doing it.
Isn't Zac Efron attached to it as well?
Oh, please let
we'll
have to watch it.
I'm sure he is.
Is he Seymour?
I'm sure he is. He's attached. I'm sure he is. I might be wrong, but I'm sure.
all in if he's Seymour. That's perfect.
That's awesome. That
I'm gonna have to have a look now, but I'm sure Zac Efron was attached to it.
Lily, what's her face? Who played Pamela Anderson? She's in it. I think
She's in
Audrey.
everything now, isn't she?
And we've seen her and everything as well.
They're not really hers though.
She was good as Pamela.
Yes.
The only thing that was decent about that was the fact that the poor girl had to walk around with that chest plate on that was only attached to her neck, and she still looked like it was genuinely real. They looked amazing.
She's been watching RuPaul Drag Race too much as well, though. That's the thing. So.
I never got away with it as Rose in Downton Abbey. that her voice just sets my teeth on edge.
Right.
And if she talks like that as Audrey, then I'm out.
She was Cinderella as well in the Disney live action one. She was quite
She's a
good in
whole
Cinderella.
writer. No, I'm only joking.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I'm only
who was
joking.
it then?
Wow. Trying to keep it wholesome and polite, and then Sam's coming
Well,
in
that's
throwing the shade. Oh,
'cause-
here we go.
Because when that all came out, people were like, "Oh, but isn't she dating Chris Evans?" Because him and her had a thing while they were filming for Little Shop of Horrors in London.
Ah.
Yeah. That's not the reason why I'm angry with her.
No,
Because she stole me man away from us.
Bless him. I thought he was pretty in the other room. The poor lad.
But Little Shop of Horrors is an absolute gem.
Yeah.
Gem.
What was the other song? I'm trying to think of the other songs I used to love. Like, was it Downtown?
Oh,
Here on Skid Row.
That's it. Can you remember My Wife and Kids with one of the Wayans brothers?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The mom
Totally remember.
is one of the singers. You know, the trio. She's one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fun fact.
You better go.
because there's another one. Out of the three of them, there was one of the other singers went into like acting and stuff as well. I can't remember which one it was.
To be fair.
Have you ever heard Jake Gyllenhaal sing Seymour before?
No.
No.
Oh, it's on YouTube. He does he did a live performance with him and Ellen Green doing Suddenly Seymour. Jake Gyllenhaal has some pipes on him.
Mm-hmm.
Really decent pipes on him. He was fantastic as Seymour. It was it's just a sit down performance, like an audience performance, but it's kind of casual.
Mm-hmm.
And he's absolutely fantastic. He nails it.
What
Really good.
I always laugh about, just going off on a different tangent here, is when people say they don't like musicals,
How?
and when you have the conversation with them, and like they're saying, "Oh well, musicals aren't my thing." It's like, do you like Disney films? And they go, yeah. I
Do you
love
like
Disney.
fun?
It's like, yeah, I love Disney films, but that was probably the gateway for a lot of us as well. Like, how many Disney films, like from our childhood, not in childhood, still coming out that were musicals and still are. Like,
I think as well, like we were at the theatre today, and obviously it wasn't a musical, but I was saying to Rob today, like the feeling that you get when you're in the theatre is like no other feeling. Like, you know, just the actual like atmosphere and everything. So I think a lot of people who maybe say they don't like musicals have maybe not even give that a chance as well.
Oh,
Because it's a totally different feeling when you're in the theatre.
Yeah.
definitely. But what would you say would be your favourite Disney musical, shall we say? Now I'm gonna knock you.
For me, Beauty and the Beast, 100%.
Time is... Oh, is it?
Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time. And Angela
I
Lansbury.
like the first song
I
with
know.
Belle when she's walking through the bonjour, bonjour.
I love that one.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. I didn't even mind Emma Watson singing it.
Oh.
I didn't even mind her walking
No.
singing it. I thought it was
I
convenient.
know. But no, she wasn't too bad. She was very there was a lot of computer help there, let's say, because that's not all her voice. But I don't particularly, I'm not keen. I like the live action one over the animated one. I just do. I think Gaston's song in the live action with Luke Evans singing it is honestly chills.
The Beast song as well.
Yes. Anytime he sings, really, it's just
Beautiful, got a
chills.
beautiful voice.
I didn't realise he could sing until I saw Beauty and the Beast.
No, me neither. Didn't actually have an opinion on him until I saw him in that
Who,
either.
Luke
And I'm like,
Evans?
No,
The Beast, he was...
Dan.
Oh,
oh, Dan Stevens. Oh,
Yeah,
it's him from
I didn't
Downton
know
Abbey.
I
And
didn't
he's
realise he
also,
could
do you know he's on that Eurovision movie? And he doesn't sing on that, but it sounds like his voice. It's annoying. Because he could
Legion?
sing on that, but he's got a really good voice.
That's what I'd seen him in. I'd only really seen him in Legion, and I thought he was brilliant in Legion.
Yeah. that was
Totally
it.
unrecognizable, isn't he?
But I didn't realise he could sing until I saw Beauty and the Beast.
The original songs on the live action Beauty and the Beast are lovely. In the live action, like corrected like a couple of things that had kind of not been right in the animated as well.
But like I say, I just love and give us Angela Lansbury singing every time.
Oh,
Ant's impression of Angela Lansbury is so
Angela
funny. I wish I could
Lansbury,
record him.
when you go to Beauty and the Beast, when we went to Sunderland to see Beauty and the Beast, the musical, she has there's a little bit where she narrates it as well. Angela Lansbury.
Oh,
Oh,
I would have cried.
I cried several times at Beauty and the Beast at the theatre. several.
Oh wow.
I would have. Oh,
What about you, Donna? What would you say is your favourite Disney, like say, musical number? Shall we say?
I'll probably have to go for The Lion King, I think.
Oh.
Oh, I just can't
I was just
wait to
thinking
be
about
king. Everybody look left. Sorry. Yeah.
Wasn't it written by Tim Rice? And I know Elton
Elton John.
John's
Yeah.
this. He's the. Was he the composer, or Tim Rice was the composer and the?
I think Elton John had.
Lyricist.
I think Elton John had most of it. Was all because he got the Oscar for it.
yeah.
I'm sure Tim Rice would have, because they work
I
together,
think
don't
Tim,
they?
was Tim Rice not the composer and Elton John was the lyricist.
Could be. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent
The
job.
Lion King The Lion King 2 has good songs.
It does.
It does. It really does.
Is it He Lives in You? That's in the second one.
Yeah.
That makes me cry so much.
And what's the one Rafiki sings? In You Pendy? Is it You Pendy? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's been
In the
so
second
I know what you
years
mean.
since I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yes, that one. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not saying that right.
Don't worry, we're not getting pronunciations here, so that's fine. Probably mine's Hercules.
Oh, wait, come on.
For-
Who
for-
put the glad in Gladiator? Hercules.
No chance, no way.
I love that song so much. It's got a permanent fixture on my playlist. I love that song so much.
I just love assassin it though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It just reminds us. I think we were talking about it last week. I know it's not the same person, but it just reminds us of Roz from Frasier, like the whole attitude of it, and like say how she's like trying to play Hercules and just like say no fucks given type attitude.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I'm handling it.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What's the like really poignant song on Hercules over?
Oh, the what
I am
Hercules
on
sings.
my way. What is
That's
it
it.
called?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait.
Jake, when we were taking the piss doing Disney songs singing, Jake sang a version and it was absolutely beautiful.
Go the distance.
I can go
That's
Go the
the
distance.
distance.
It was
Because it was
on Happily Ever After on the fireworks at Disney.
Stephen
Yes, he sings that
Gately
from Old
sang
Town.
it.
Stephen
Stephen Gately sang it. He did the released version.
All right, I never knew that because I know.
It wasn't the movie version. It was like the
No,
one they released on the soundtrack.
The
Yeah.
guy who
Yeah.
sang it is from O Town.
O
He did-
Town.
Yes, he did the voice
don't
of
mind.
He did the voice. He was called Joshua something, and he did the
Like
voice
Whitney.
of young Hercules, and he sang the young Hercules songs as well.
Because I know
I
Tate.
was a '90s kid.
I love O Town.
Because I know Tate Donovan. Wasn't it Tate Donovan that was the voice
Yeah,
of
he was
Hercules?
the older
The voice of
version.
Old
Yeah.
Hercules.
Yeah.
Is he your friends?
Yes.
He was
Yeah.
married.
Joshua.
He was married
Joshua.
to Jennifer Aniston for a little while. Then she went off for Brad Pitt after and dumped him from Brad Pitt.
Naturally.
No, right, you would. Joshua Jackson, Brad Pitt. There's like, oh, the balance.
No, Joshua Jackson. That's Pacey from Dawson's
Yes.
Creek.
Whoa, what's the matter with me?
Like Joshua Jackson as well. That's a different story.
I don't want to wait for this world to be over.
Yeah, but they won't use that anymore, Leslie.
You what?
Did they not?
They don't have. I
have
wouldn't
the
watch
rights of
Dawson's Creek.
something to use it anymore. So I was all set up, like ready to watch it, and they use a different song.
I'd have turned it off.
What's the point?
This wasn't even no point out the song.
Yeah, it's like I think we had the conversation with Supernatural and Prime. It cut off most of the songs because they didn't have the rights in
They just
Supernatural.
replaced them.
So we had an argument during the
Wasn't it?
Supernatural episode.
Yeah,
Charlotte's
we did.
Sam's like didn't have it in the first season. Me and Charlotte's good. Yes, they
You
did.
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 It's like I've just watched a Charlotte. Like
No.
they use a different song, Sam.
It's like trust us. We've watched it 15 times.
You watched it twice. Can I say mine next? Because I actually wanted to talk about this last week and I totally forgot about her.
Oh,
It's
cool.
Moana.
Okay.
Moana.
Moana.
I wanted to talk about Moana. We want to talk about strong women. She
Yeah,
saved a village.
she did.
Saved a
She's
village.
amazing.
And the songs in that are effing fantastic.
I can go on and on. I can be
Oh no, you did the rap.
Grass the ground.
Oh, Laura,
Go on, then.
started from scratch. Go on.
No.
No. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
It is. again,
Uh-huh.
because the man is a genius.
Yes.
They come from nowhere and then just set the world on fire, kind of thing.
He came with Into the Heights.
Oh, In the Heights is amazing.
In the Heights was he was off Broadway with that, and as he was getting that onto Broadway, he was then writing Hamilton at the same time, and he's just been writing and working, and he's
Tick, tick, boom.
Oh,
That's the one.
I love
he's also doing Little Mermaid, the live action Little Mermaid.
Yes, I'm really excited
know.
for that one.
And Daveed Diggs is going to be in it, and I can't wait. See, I'm excited for that one. Dead excited for that one. But yeah, Moana, like, come on, it has like shiny. If someone asks us where I'm from, I just go, shiny.
Sam's address will be posted on this podcast, so don't worry, guys. Send all fan mail.
To be honest, the amount of people who have it, who send us stuff, so like, they'll know where I'm at. Jermaine Clement from What We Do in the Shadows sings that song beautifully. You've also got Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who his singing isn't great, but god damn it, does he try? Does he try?
Go on, sing
Brilliant.
it. You're welcome. Go on.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Oh, Laura's nearly going. Nearly out of there.
The song that I absolutely love. It's not You Welcome. I do love You Welcome, though. And
How far I'll
Shiny.
go?
Sorry?
How far I'll go?
Oh, well, come on. That's a given, that one.
Shiny's the worst song of
Beautiful
the
voice.
You don't like Shiny?
She's got a
It's the worst song. So annoying.
But to be fair though, you're shining like you are that, like that crab.
You could
Sparkling
literally stand up and go, I am Moana.
Still waiting for Donna
Please
to
do.
break out and dance now. So
Give that girl a drink.
I went, Charlotte. What's yours?
Oh man.
On the spot.
It's funny because Alice in Wonderland isn't a musical. Sorry.
Still got songs in it, Charlotte.
It's not my favourite Disney film either. Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yes.
The music in Aladdin's brilliant.
I can show you the world.
So
Oh, you cannot hear it. Just
you
because
can.
Jordan did a version.
That's it. That's the reason.
Oh, Jordan and Peter Andre.
Yeah.
Oh, set your teeth on edge, man.
Stop being a hater. Let people enjoy what they like.
Oh no.
I don't know whether that's like my favourite musical because there's like Disney musicals. I've got favourite songs from each one of them, and if I could put them all together, Mulan.
Yeah.
Reflection makes me cry every time. It just hits something that just makes us cry.
Yeah, but like I said with Aladdin, like if you go back to the songs, there's so many amazing. Like Robin Williams, you've not got a friend. You've not got a friend.
You
like
never
me.
had a friend like me.
Yeah.
The anti-version of that song.
And Ali, Ali,
That's my favourite one.
I love that one.
Aladdin is good.
Yeah.
Aladdin is.
Does anyone like the live action one?
Yeah, I loved it.
Because I didn't mind it. I thought Will Smith did a banging job.
He was never going to live up.
Not a
to
huge Will Smith fan.
No,
Yeah,
and he doesn't.
He was never going to be Robin Williams, but then you just look at it in a different like viewpoint. But
Yeah.
again, like say live action, the great.
That's got nice songs in as well, actually.
It was such a spectacle, though.
Yeah. Oh no.
Like,
you couldn't
was
have made that
visually-
song 10, 15 years ago. It had to be made like say,
What's
the way
that
It was
song? She sings a lovely,
amazing.
beautiful song.
it's
on
about
that?
being empowered and stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
say, yeah.
I can't think of the name of the
Oh.
song.
I've only ever seen it the once, but I will sit and watch it. If I'm like, if I get the song stuck in my head, I'll watch Will Smith doing when he's introducing him. I just absolutely love it. I think the drum beat in that just makes me want to get up and dance. I love it.
But I say this reminds us of playing the Mega Drive game, and it still gets us depressed. Now.
Oh
My God, yeah.
God.
Does it not bring a
Still trying to
rage out in
beat
you?
it.
But if we're going to do live action, the best musical Disney, Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar helps
Oh, Mary
the
Poppins, the
new one as well.
The stage show of Mary Poppins is one of the most magical experiences I have
unreal.
ever been in. That
We
woman
walked
flew
up the
over my
side.
head.
Well, where he walks up the side of the stage.
Yep.
And then when Mary Poppins obviously comes out as well. We were talking about that
Across
today.
your head and everything. It's so magical.
Mary Poppins Returns, actually, I watched it pregnant twice and really cried. And it was a soundtrack playing when I was having Bobby.
Oh.
And it was weird, and because obviously Lin-Manuel Miranda did that as well.
Mhm.
And I used to play it to him when he was in my tummy, and I used to put the phone on my tummy. So when he was born, he responded really well to that soundtrack.
Oh.
Mary Poppins Returns is like, me and Rob absolutely love that movie.
Emily Blunt is
I think she
amazing
did
in that
such
film.
a good job, and
She's
obviously
brilliant.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
But he tried to be Dick, but he wasn't going to be Dick Van Dyke. So
No.
No.
But the music, even in that as well, is really good.
No.
The stage show is obviously, there's some songs are similar, but the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is very different. Step in Time is very different, but that's one of my favorite songs. But it's so long, but it's brilliant. How they do it on stage, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And I still
they do like a big number on supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, it goes on forever.
I still got like say a theory when like I used to get upset when I was a kid when they did the Tuppence feed the birds.
It was, you know what was really good about Mary Poppins Returns was that Dick Van Dyke looks like, when he dresses as the old man in the first one, that is how he looks. That was like my favourite bit, because that is how we look like now.
That's amazing. I've never seen the new one.
Oh my god, he literally looks exactly like when he dresses in the first one. That is how he looks
as the
now.
old man.
Yeah. What was the song as well? Up, let's go fly a kite up to the highest. Oh, I can't do the highest. I was going from my teenage years with the voice breaking all over again there. So, but yes,
the suffragette song at the beginning cannot beat that. Well, I can't remember what I know it's not called the suffragette song, but it's something along those lines.
In the new one, there's the daughter in that. In the first one, there's like a glimpse of her. She walks past, so there is little clips of some of the characters off the first one.
Yeah.
The boy died really young, so
they did.
But there's the girl,
and I didn't bring it up.
Sorry.
I was holding myself back going, she's dead.
To be fair though, there's not many people alive from that was
no, they died really
Van
young.
Dyke's doing well.
Yeah, it's just, have you seen the videos of him singing Step in Time?
Oh, I haven't, but I'm going to look now.
Oh, it's lovely.
I know they did a video, like a flash mob for his 90th birthday where they've done supercalifragilistic outside of his house. And he started.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke's brilliant.
Him and Angela Lansbury killed a lot of people, though, diagnosed as murder as well. So,
has anybody watched a show on Disney Plus about movie props? I can't remember what it's called.
No.
It's really, really good. There's only like 6 or 7 episodes, but it's really good. They do Nightmare Before Christmas and all sorts, and they do Mary Poppins, and they go back and they find one of the carousel horses.
Oh.
Does it look like it did in the film?
It's been restored, but they also find what's the Jean, the little girl?
Yeah.
They find her costume.
Right.
I need to watch this program
and take it to the girl that played her.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And like her reaction to seeing this costume again, like she holds it up and she holds the dress up. Obviously they've got gloves on, it's really delicate. She holds the dress up and the setting is beautiful because they're sitting in front of a carousel. And she's like, was I ever that tiny? And like her reaction to seeing that again it's such a good show.
I need to watch this program.
I'll find the name of it
Reminders.
after and I'll put it in the group. It's such a good show. But they cover all sorts, so they go back to The Nightmare Before Christmas and they find all the props from The Night Before Christmas, another musical.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a good segue.
That is a good segue.
It's such a brilliant, beautiful show as well. Like
I want to watch it.
The host is a collector, so like he's properly invested in finding all these movie props.
Oh, do you know who used to have the biggest collection of Hollywood memorabilia and who actually owned the ruby slippers? Was Carrie Fisher's mum. Can't think of it. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds once had one of the largest collections of movie memorabilia in the world. She owns the root. Well, she owned the ruby slippers because they were given to her by Judy Garland, and she wouldn't give them up.
Oh wow!
And she had the full collection of the Rat Pack suits right down to the underwear
Oh
because she asked them all for it.
wow!
But yeah, she had one of the big. They tried to auction. They tried to open museums and all sorts, but nobody was interested. No one was interested in this movie history, and she kept it for years and ended up having to sell it.
I love the idea of her just like walking up to Frank Sinatra going, "Can I have your underwear?" And he's going, "Yeah, you go."
Yeah, to be fair though, at the time Frank Sinatra was giving his underwear to a lot of people. So.
Probably wasn't that hard to get a hold of.
But
also, did you know the nanny from Mary Poppins, the one who leaves at the beginning, is the Bride of Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Elsa Frankenstein.
No, I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah.
No, I am trying to think of because other ones I used to love at the time. I don't know if would you class Bed Knobs and Broomsticks as a musical?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I love that one.
It's Laura's right. It's coming to the Southern Empire.
Is it?
I really want to see it. I really want to see it badly because it
Bobbing along.
did a run last year at the Theatre Royal.
But like I say, I love the whole Nazi and like say stuff in it as well. So that was quite
I'm
funny.
so glad you finished that sentence there.
So the Nazis are invaded, and what do? We send Angela Lansbury as a witch. That's
and her warrior. How mint was that
the guy
armor?
Mary Poppins as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was George Banks, like saying Mary Poppins. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a bit of a like awful like a con artist and stuff like that in this one.
Bruce Forsyth's in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bruce Forsyth, yeah.
Brucey Baby's in it. I forget about that because he's another con man and all.
But
What a good call, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
I always remember Portobello Road, that song, because my grandparents lived just down the road from Portobello Road, and
We live near Portobello Road, not that I'm giving me address away. But every time I go up it, I just think of that song.
well, so when I think I was about 8 or 9, we went down to stay at their house while they were away for like a week in the summer holidays, and the first thing we did was my dad took me and my sister and he went, right, come on, and we walked along Portobello Road after watching the film.
Did you not want to dance?
It was brilliant. Like I was like, it looks a bit different, but it was brilliant.
That's magical.
So,
Yeah.
But so yeah, this is probably Donna's time to shine, though. We're talking about a little bit gothy, a little bit different, a little bit out there. Like I say, Nightmare Before Christmas was quite groundbreaking, and some of the songs in that were absolutely amazing. And I think a lot of people, like say our age, did take a bit of inspiration and still do now. It's one of the like say cultural icons. I don't think anyone doesn't own either a T-shirt or a bag or like say
a bag. Don't know.
That's kind of memorabilia. But would you say
I don't buy bags.
No, you don't, do you?
Me neither.
Oh, Charlotte.
Laura is talking bullshit here, so we
Yeah. My sister gave up her whole collection of Nightmare Before Christmas statues to me, so I own them all now.
So would you say this was one of your favourites, Donna?
Probably, yeah. We talked about this on the Tim Burton podcast as well, so and this one too.
Definitely got the Lady of the Night. Not that type of Lady of the Night, but like I said, Donna, just for the record, Donna does not sell her cookies to anyone. But yeah, like I said, the songs in like I say, what's this? But like I say, it's a cross between like I say Christmas and Halloween, which is just magical anyway. Like I said, this is Halloween as well. It's so creepy but catchy at the same time, and
Oogie
even
Boogie song.
yeah,
Oogie Boogie song.
the Oogie Boogie man. It's very bluesy and very dirty type of like I say music.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman knows how to write movie music.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
I saw his name attached to something else recently. I watched another film. I'm sure he did the music. I don't know if it was Batman, Spider-Man.
Batman and Spider-Man.
It was both of them.
He did Batman Returns and the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. He wrote music for that.
I'm sure he's done. I'm sure his name popped up, on the credits for the new Batman film.
No.
Really?
I want to say it's been recent. It has been a recent film I've watched where I've seen it. Only can be.
I wouldn't say the new Batman. That was not.
No, not the new one.
There was no Danny Elfman influences in that.
Oh, why do I think Hans Zimmer's coming to mind? Never mind.
No idea.
I'm gonna find out.
But yes, like say as iconic, like even like when Sally's singing as well, it's like beautifully done, and just the tone and like the feel of it, like it shouldn't work. It shouldn't work at all, but it does. And like say I went to the cinema as well, saw the sing along version. And I know it's just basically the film with subtitles, but it was entertaining.
I saw her sing that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Catherine O'Hara sing the Sally song, and the guy who did Oogie Boogie's voice sing, and Danny Elfman sang his part. And Greg Props was there as well. That was interesting. But yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm totally making all this up, by the way. Danny Elfman did not write any music for a recent film.
No, I didn't think so.
No, hasn't done anything for a long time, actually. So anyways.
To be fair, if they're going to make Beetlejuice 2, I think they'll pull them back for that.
If that happens in my lifetime.
It's happening.
Charlotte, it's been happening for the last 20 years.
Oh no, did you not say it's like confirmed happening?
Yeah, it's not bullshit happening this time.
It's
confirmed. It's confirmed happening. I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think has been the best, like, stage to screen musical?
Ooh, that's a difficult one.
I can go with this one first, if you don't mind. Jesus Christ Superstar. And I'm talking about the original 1970
No
Jesus
religion.
Christ Superstar.
Yeah,
It's a rock and roll
You're banned.
musical about Jesus. Come on. That translates so well to stage as it does to film. It works perfectly. I've seen so many incarnations of it.
Was this the Mel Gibson version?
I forgot about that sassy
Wow.
Passion of the Christ.
Wow.
You've never seen the 70s version of Jesus Christ Superstar? It's on every Easter.
Wasn't it banned for a while?
Oh, most likely.
I'm sure there was a because like say with it being the religious element, the film got banned. I'm sure of it.
Most likely because the stage show got protested nearly every night. Mm-hmm. But I saw it. Can you remember when I had a little bit of a revive when Mel C and what's his name, the ginger-haired guy who wrote Matilda,
Tim Minchin.
Yeah, he played Judas. So they were looking for a new Jesus, like a television program, and they took that tour on, like that production on tour. I went to go and see it at Gateshead. Now, bearing in mind, you're watching a rock musical in an arena. You can sing, you can dance if you want to. It's not a theatre setting.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. But don't dance now.
So yeah, it wasn't your traditional theatre setting. Nobody did anything.
Aww.
Me, my mum and sister are having an absolute blast in our row, and everyone is looking at us like we're stupid.
Oh.
I was like, you're in the bloody Telewest Arena. It's not a theatre. It is fantastic as a stage show. It's fantastic on screen. Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar.
I'm going to go for a different angle. What's really funny is a musical to the then on a movie is Mamma Mia, because I think Pierce Brosnan singing is hilarious.
It's even worse than
Russell Crowe. I knew you were going to say that.
I just can't watch it seriously because Pierce Brosnan trying to seriously sing, because it's not even meant to be funny when he sings.
No.
But it just is.
He's dancing as well, bless him.
He tries.
He does.
But it's the fact that he tries so hard and it just sounds so bad. I'm not a huge ABBA fan, but I did enjoy Mamma Mia when I seen it.
thought was
I'm
really
not-
good.
I'm not an
Yeah.
ABBA fan, but I really enjoyed it. Even my mum enjoyed Mamma Mia, and she's not an ABBA fan at all.
Yeah.
So
I think Julie Walters, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hilarious on that as well. And I don't know what the other woman's called again.
It's Sheldon's mum from Big Bang Theory.
Christine Baranski, something like that.
Like them two together, them up
Yeah.
together are really funny as well. But
I love the scene on the beach with her, take your mama home.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell you,
Does your
something
mother
like
know
that.
that you're out?
Does your mother know? Yeah, take your mama home. That's something else. Does your mother know that you're out?
What you been watching?
It's what Charlotte's dad does to her mum. So
That's not an invite, by the way.
if your mum's
yeah,
still watching, sorry.
just tune back in. Yeah, I love that scene on the beach with her. She's brilliant in that.
Just to say as well, Laura, Rob's put in the comments that he's ordered your tea, so you should be happy.
I know, I don't know what I'm having.
But
I read that a while ago, I'm not sure what I'm having yet.
so I think see, it's not one of my favourite ones, but from stage to film, it's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. It's another one of these where you're going like this, isn't it? Just,
Get treated, we get treated.
I did like the Jay-Z.
I thought Charlotte could have finished it off there.
I thought someone was going to finish that for us. I was just telling you.
Like I say, I didn't mind the Jay-Z version of the song as well. So, but
Oh God, yeah, I remember that one.
I don't mind Dr. Evil's version either. I don't like Annie though as a stage show.
I'm not
Sorry.
a fan of Annie.
No, she could have stayed in that orphanage for all I cared.
say, but when you think about it, like say there was two big musicals at the time. It was Oliver and Annie. I think Annie got the bastard end of the stick when it come to like say the talent and the actual like the performance wise when it came. Like Oliver is head and shoulders above like say anything like such iconic characters as well. Sorry, I'm going off in tangent here. Sorry, I'm talking
Let's do it. Let's go on an Oliver tangent.
like say with Fagin, Nancy, like say like Oliver as the main character. I never really kind of like say and the Dodger like say what a poor life he led after that film. But
I may be really wrong, and my mum will correct me here if I am. But I am almost positive my mum went to school or knew Dodger somehow.
all right.
Tell us, Charlotte's mum.
I may be really wrong. I hope she's watching so she can let us know.
Tell us Wells wearing a monkey onesie.
there is a connection there because he died.
He
died recently, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Was he her dealer or something like that? Because he was. He did go into that as like type of line of work. I believe.
Like there is a connection there when they're like a lot younger.
Right.
Because I remember telling us when he died.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
How scary was Oliver Reed in that film?
Oh, it's absolutely terrifying.
Like that he should that character he played him too intense.
Oh, he played
And that's
perfect,
saying something.
Yeah, he played.
But-
I wouldn't change it.
Not now as an adult, but as a child, like I did not want to cross him, and I wanted Nancy to leave him so badly.
Nancy made wrong choices, bless her. She had a heart of gold, that woman did.
Oh, we talking company geezer now, or is that?
Well, Dick Wang died there.
Charlotte's left us.
I'm sorry, Charlotte.
What did you say?
It's the accent that always puts people off. I'm sorry. Oh, she wanted a drink.
She just realised that noise is awful.
Sorry, just had a bit of a static shock there, but yeah.
No.
But no.
We thought we upset you, Charlotte.
Oh no, sorry, I needed Lucasade. I'm back.
All right. That's not what the Kev is for. Kev, bring me Lucasade.
He's in the other room, but I have to shout at him.
Another one that needs mentioning is Moulin Rouge. And this is not my kind of movie normally, but I really like Ewan McGregor singing your song and Come What May and that.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely.
Absolutely adore Moulin Rouge.
Like I say, it's one of those films that I actually can stand Nicole Kidman in, which is saying a lot.
What?
I don't really like her or anything.
What? She's mint.
Name a good
I've not
film
seen
that she's
it.
been in.
Practical Magic.
No.
Never seen.
I was
Moulin
gonna
Rouge.
say, except from Days of Thunder.
Oh, never seen that either.
Has anyone
seen
seen
Will
Rock of
Lunch.
Ages?
Rock of Ages,
Nope.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rock of Ages is good. The
yes.
music, classic rock.
Again,
My-
spot on, yeah, going from, because it was a stage show before, it was a film, wasn't it? But Russell, what's he called? Russell Brand was absolutely hilarious in it.
I've seen it with Noel from here saying,
Oh, well.
but it was very good.
Yes.
I'm not usually a fan of Tom Cruise, but he's obviously in the movie.
Yes.
He's there.
He's there, unfortunately.
There's a pet monkey.
And Russell Brand's in that as well.
Yeah. It's about it's got Alec Baldwin in it as well. Like he played a good part, but it's again another famous Glee song. Don't Stop Believing, like I say, going through it.
Mine and Ant's wedding song. I walked down the aisle to that as a orchestra version that was played on The Wedding Singer. When he gets dumped by Linda, that's what you can hear in the background.
Well, actually, I've seen the musical The Wedding Singer, and it was terrible. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Really?
Awful.
There was a musical.
I didn't know that existed.
Did you do
was
Linda's
bad.
song?
It was bad as a musical.
To be fair, the Wedding Singer is a musical, I would say.
Yeah, it's got its own
It's
song.
Ray. Ray Quinn, wasn't it?
Right.
Who's
Remember Ray
that?
Quinn?
From
was-
like
He was on like
Idol,
Top Idol, I think.
Oh God.
something like, yeah.
I think it was before X Factor, anyways. And it was
He was really
terrible.
young.
Like me and Rob were just like, "This is that's the worst thing I've ever seen at the
Did they do George's song where he kept going, "Do you really want to hurt me?"
I think they did do that, but it was so bad. I think I erased it from most of it.
But saying that, though,
I love the Wedding Singer.
I was going to say I want to give the Wedding Singer some love here because I know, like I say,
I love
all
it.
love it. Donna, you're a big fan. Like I say, somebody kill me, please.
I'm on my
Go on, Donna.
Chanel did.
Me and Rob always used the,
die.
you know, the information that would have been useful yesterday. We always use that reference.
Again, that would have been information that was good yesterday. Yes.
It's the Steve Buscemi bit where he's playing the guitar and he's like, "Self-taught, thank you very much."
That is such a good movie. I think I know it off by heart. That movie is so good.
Julia Gulia. Julia Gulia.
Drew Barrymore.
Trying to think of the song at the end in their thing. Oh, what does it go like in the plane?
Oh,
I want to grow old with you.
About
Yes.
growing old, was it?
Oh, and someone
come on, Donna.
Oh,
I'll even let you hold the remote control.
Oh, I don't remember.
Nobody dicks with Billy.
He's Billy Idol.
I love Billy Idol.
Looking like melted cheese. I love Billy Idol, by the way. He does, though, doesn't he? They didn't have that Marvel technology to de-age him. They just slapped makeup on him.
What was the song as well when it get love stinks? It's get the Ogo's on table 5 or something.
And when that guy's on and he's like, he's losing his mind and I'm reaping all the benefits.
God, John Lovitz.
I just love a little lad where he starts dancing and like go up some bum.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that would be something that you would do, Donna.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same lad from Matilda that eats the cake.
I think so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
But again, if we, like I said, just naming ones as well. Like it's not a stage show, but I can't like because I know we're getting on with time and stuff now.
Yeah.
A musical that I can't not talk about. It's magical in every single way. It's a Roald Dahl one. Willy Wonka.
Matilda.
No,
Oh,
Charlie and Chocolate
Willy Wonka.
Factory.
We went to see Willy Wonka.
I would not the stage one. The Jane.
Oh,
the
okay.
Jane. The
Sorry.
Jane.
Yeah,
the
the Gene Wilder one.
Gene Wilder. It's just like it's everything that you want in a film. It's terrifying, beautiful, magic, and like I say,
Annoying.
it's hard.
Not annoying.
It's up there with Wizard of Oz with the hatred, by the way. I really don't like it.
Oh, I love Willy Wonka.
So during the week, I am going to be auditioning for a new co-host on this podcast. Anyone want to submit it in here? Because
You knew this about
Sam
me.
has crossed the line now with 2 of the best films ever made. Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka. I cannot handle this slander. This
You
is
do.
just-
You knew this about me when you
No,
started
this
this.
is beyond forgiveness now.
Oh.
So yes, Emma, if you're still watching, you can replace.
Shut up, man. She'll be straight on and she'll kick us right out. You
So
knew
we
this
should all
about
keep
me.
singing I've got a golden ticket to annoy Sammy every week.
Donna, we need to give a shout out for a musical. You know what it is. We can't sing any of the songs though.
Yeah, Book of Mormon. I was waiting.
Oh,
can't
no, you
sing
can't.
these songs.
songs.
Oh,
But
no,
it
but
is
I really
absolutely
want
hilarious.
to.
But it needs a shout out because it's phenomenal, and I have to give it a shout out because my husband will kill us if I don't, because it's his favourite musical, and we'll go to see it again in July.
Oh, amazing.
Go on, start us off. Give us a
It's
sound.
amazing.
She can't.
Can't.
She really can't.
It's not really any song you can sing, but I remember we went to see it and we were like, we've never been so shocked at anything in our
It's
I've never
absolutely
laughed
killing
so
us to
much
sing
at a
one
musical.
line and I can't do it. But Kevin Smith sings it all the time.
But the brilliance of it is just, it's so good. I don't know what I expected from the creators of South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I left there, we were walking from the sun and I'm heading back to the car, and this car drove past and went, "What you doing, you Bible bashers?" And I was like thinking, if only they knew what we were actually just watched.
Yeah. It's me and my husband are going to go and see it.
Are you going to see it in July?
Oh, I don't know.
In Newcastle?
We were talking to my sister about it, about going to see it before lockdown kicked off, so we need to arrange it.
Yeah, it's on in July, so we're going to see it again, but amazing.
You can do the
Not much
first
else we
song,
can really
actually.
say, but I need to give a shout out.
There's only one reason he wants to go and see it, and it's because the song I can't sing.
Yeah. Rob wants a t-shirt that says that on.
No. I will tell you what the line is when we've stopped recording, but no.
Trying to think of.
He's going to wear it for work.
But
We totally sing the first song, Laura, the one that goes, "Din din, hello, my name is Zelda."
Oh yeah, we can do that one.
Well, go on then.
trying to think though, because like I say, that's quite a good segue into next one as well. With Charlotte's mum's favourite cartoon.
Oh yes, South Park.
South Park. Oh,
Shut your fucking face, Uncle.
Brad
Fucker.
might have killed us if we'd left that out.
I know.
There's
Carl's
a lot
Mum's
of
a
programs of musicals, isn't there?
Yeah.
As well, quite a few.
I can see it got the
Most of the
mustard
music
out.
Oh, I love
once
that
more
one.
we're failing.
Oh God, yes.
Oh,
What was the
When
other song?
Anya starts singing about bunnies, man, it's the best song ever. Bunnies, bunnies, it must be bunnies.
I'm trying to think what was my favourite song in that one. It was a Spike song. Like I say, because the singing
every
was.
single girl
Mhm.
wanted Spike to be singing that song to her.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh,
They did. Everybody. That's the moment you fell in love with them.
What's the big song though? They sing it like it's like where they're all like they're in different places, but they're all singing this. It's like a West Side Story kind of vibe.
Walk through the fire.
That's it.
Walk through,
through the
fire.
That's it.
I didn't realise how good Anthony Head's voice was until
He's
I watched it.
amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I'm sure that's where he started minding music.
My mum has just informed me that I wanted to be Violet from Willy Wonka.
She's the one who blows up, isn't she?
Yeah,
You
she's-
want it to be, or you will like it.
I wanted to be, apparently.
oh.
Well, you're glad it's not the other one who wanted
Veruca.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was
Glad
the,
it wasn't her.
Oh, what was the
Oh.
next film? It was Umpa Lumpa Dumpa Dee Dee. She
I've got another puzzle for thee.
We will be wise. And, oh, I can't remember now when I sing the Violet song. But like say, oh,
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
Eating as much as an elephant eats.
see, and she says she doesn't like the film, guys. Come on.
It's Charlie, man. I cannot stand Charlie.
All I
Leave it
remember
on.
from that,
I feel sorry for him because his granddad's blatantly lying that he doesn't go to bed. He's completely
The proper benefit cheats on there.
benefit fraud over here. As soon as he gets the golden ticket, gets a
only
free
one of them. The other three are believable. They never move.
Cheer up, Charlie. Give us a
That's the worst one,
smile.
though.
What happened to that boy that I used to know? What was the other song that I used to love? Come with me and you'll see a world
of your imagination. There you go.
That scene is amazing.
Yes.
Like when the doors open the first time and you see like in that song playing, it's like one of the best moments in movies
And when
ever.
he walks out and then you think you can't walk properly and then he just like is it doing
Just
like
the
a
roll, yeah.
Oh,
Roll on out of here.
I want to quickly mention one that is my stage to screen. Chicago.
sorry.
Off. How could we not?
I
Chicago.
adore that film. Absolutely adore that film.
The opening number, man, all that jazz.
Mhm.
Setting the scene with that. And the story's really good. I actually really like the story. Whole murderers thing is brilliant.
I can't remember the name of the song. When it's the six of them.
Cell Block Tango.
Yes, the Cell Block Tango is the way that film's shot as well. Like when it goes from like all the musical numbers are as if you were watching it on stage.
Yeah.
And then all the extra bits are as if you were watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love that film.
It's
Absolutely
so
love
well
that
put
film.
together. I didn't even mind Richard Gere.
Yeah.
I could get away with Richard Gere in that. And Renée Zellweger, like she is a brilliant singer in we were talking about before, Empire Records. That voice is phenomenal. But for some reason, she doesn't have the same spark.
I think it's a difference between singing pop songs or rock songs than singing musicals because you've got to enunciate the words more. You've got
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong, she was great. I loved her.
Because of the way all the musical numbers were filmed, like with it being as if it was on stage, she didn't quite translate as well.
No, but Catherine Zeta-Jones, man, come on, as Velma Kelly.
She was pregnant as well.
Honestly, that woman
she cried when she got the Oscar because she was really heavily pregnant when she got the Oscar for it.
She's just amazing. She was. If roles were meant to be for someone, Velma Kelly was always meant to be for her. And she's not. And the best part about it is, from a woman's point of view, she's not stick thin. You can see every curve. Yeah. You can see them legs, and she looks phenomenal. Love it.
Queen Latifah.
Mama.
Love her. Absolutely love her.
Phenomenal.
So
I want to throw it in. Have any of you watched Rent?
No.
I've seen it, but I want to now after seeing Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
Because Rosario Dawson is amazing in that.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but I've heard the stage's performance of Rent is one of the best things you'll ever see, but I've never had the chance to see it. I know my wife's a big fan. Like say, I should really get her on the podcast as well. She's like, but there's no chance you're getting Nick on this here. But she's like, say, she loves like Hairspray and stuff like that.
Hairspray.
Yeah, one like film wise that again not many people do know about, but it's absolutely amazing to watch. It's a John Waters film, Cry Baby, with Johnny Depp.
Baby.
And
Ricky Lee.
Ricky Lake. Very young Ricky Lake.
Yeah, Ricky Lake and Tracy Lords is
Tracy Lords, isn't she stunning in that?
And that the mangled face woman, whatever she was called, Hatchet Face, I think she was
Hatchet
called.
Face, and she was she was described as one of the most loveliest people you will ever meet. She was an absolute sweetheart. But Tracy Lords is a fashion icon in that film.
Brilliant film.
Like,
have you seen it, Donna?
Donna, it's so up your street.
Yeah,
so up your street.
It
is phenomenal.
It's like Grease crossed with like an Elvis crossed with
James Dean.
Yeah, but like anything 50s. That's wrong though as well. It's like it's so wrong it's right.
It's it's very hard to describe it because it's so unique.
It's a John Waters film. That's how you
Yeah,
describe
it's
it.
a John Waters film, but it's not as filthy as a John Waters film can be.
Yeah, so it's not like the Pink Flamingo or anything
Oh,
like that.
God. Anytime anyone mentions Pink Flamingo, my throat just goes, oh.
No one eats shit in this film, so it's fine.
Oh, no, they don't. They don't. But how amazing would Divine been in that film, though?
No, Divine shouldn't be in any films after I've watched the Pink Flamingo. No.
Divine is amazing, and he was in Hairspray.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Hairspray, though. So.
What? I like the new one, though. I did like the new one.
John Travolta was brilliant.
Yes, he was really good.
Brilliant.
Yes, one of my favorite people in the whole entire world is Michael Ball, and he played that part, and he was brilliant.
Edna, is it Edna?
Yeah, Edna. Can't think of her surname.
Have you seen the Nevermind the Buzzcocks where Michael Ball's a guest and him and Phil Jupiter? Phil Jupiter had just come off the run of Hairspray, and him and Phil Jupiter do the whole routine just randomly.
I'll find it now.
It's brilliant. Honestly, it'll be on YouTube somewhere. It's so brilliant.
Awesome. I love Michael Ball with like every
Michael
inch. Aspects of Love is another musical Michael Ball's in, where he does one of my favorite songs, Love Changes Everything. Just absolutely beautiful. Him singing in Les Mis. I'll watch it for him because that man has some fucking range.
And one of the more bizarre ones I've watched recently, it starred Anthony Head as well. Repo the Rock Actor.
What?
Repo the Rock
Have you not seen Repo?
No, I've never even heard of it.
It's got Paris Hilton in.
Don't let that put you off. Honestly, it is amazing.
If I can watch House of Wax with that after he said she was in it, I'm sure I'll be all right.
Oh, what's the song that they sing?
Brilliant.
Charlotte, you're gonna have to help us with this. I can't think of it. The song with the little viol.
Little vial of something.
It's just like this most bizarre song you'll ever hear.
It's what is it?
I'm
gonna have to find it after now.
Oh, I thought she was gonna sing there.
No. It's so good.
It's very gothic.
Donna will love it. Absolutely love it. If not, just
I'm gonna have to make a list of you.
I was gonna say, Donna, are you writing these down?
Just for the style of it.
Yeah.
Like the costumes and
it's all about cosmetic surgery and the premise is Anthony Head's in debt to this person who he goes around killing people to steal organs to sell on, and
it's
basically so they like amplifying themselves, like they get like face replacements, and stuff like that. It's the most gothic thing you'll ever see.
It's basically set in the future where organs and things have become currency, and if you can't pay for those organs, they get repossessed.
Yeah. Is it recently, or is it like an old one?
No.
It's a good 10, 15 years old. Easily.
2008.
Yeah.
It's
not.
Yeah.
Someone put this later on. Put the name in the chat.
It's Repo the Genetic Opera or something like that.
It, yeah. But it's basically about this guy, like he's trying to protect his daughter from the world. It's very, I say, a Nightmare Before Christmas, but gone totally wrong. But
Sounds really good.
It's like say one of the darkest things you'll ever see in a while.
You sold
so
it with
good.
organ selling.
Yeah.
It's so good, yeah. Oh, I love it. My dad told me to watch that, actually. My dad loves that. He absolutely loves
You all
Repo.
have to watch Eugenius. You all have, like, Paul will absolutely love Eugenius. I was telling you about the other week. You just need to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
What
you
is
got the
this?
link, didn't you?
It's basically about this kid who's like really geeky and wants to write a comic, and even Mark Hamill's in it. And
Sold.
I've got the YouTube link, but there's so many 80s references in it. It's literally just like Paul and kid form.
Just talking to me.
If Paul was in a musical, this would be it.
If we're talking obscure musicals here, I cannot believe we mentioned Neil Patrick Harris and did not mention Dr. Horrible Sing Along.
Yes. No. It actually had like I said, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
And Charlie, what you called? Or
Felicia Day.
Felicia Day is in it as well, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's only
Never heard of it.
It's only like
What?
50, it's only like 15 minutes. It's Josh Whedon, but it's like 15-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
it
on.
online?
You can get it on YouTube.
Mm.
Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog. something like that.
Mm.
I think I'm getting this mixed up with Mystery Science Theatre because didn't they
Yeah.
do that as well? Right, I think that's
The Little Glass Vial, that was the song.
Little glass vial. I always knew it was little. Yeah, her.
Yeah, see if I
Come
can
on then,
get
Charlotte.
No.
Come on, do it.
see if I can get the song up.
They need me at all. Citrate comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial?
And the little glass vial goes into the gun like a battery.
Can you see that?
And the citrate gun goes somewhere against your
I
anatomy.
can hear it though.
And when the gun goes off, it sparks and you're ready for surgery. Surgery.
I gotta watch this. I gotta watch
amazing.
this so much. I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
But honestly, like all the songs like that, and like say Paris Hilton's actually quite good in it.
She's not bad, is
You know,
it?
she's not.
She looks totally different for Paris Hilton, like what you would expect. Paris Hilton, blonde hair,
Oh, she's got
totally different.
Gotham.
Totally different. Black hair, like yeah.
I really want to watch it now.
Sounds good.
But
So,
yeah,
Donna, have you got your list there? Cry Baby. Watch Cry Baby. If nothing else, watch Cry Baby. You will love it.
Have
Do we-
you, Paul and Sammy, watched Tick Tick Boom yet?
I haven't. No, I haven't watched it yet.
haven't.
Nick will love Tick Tick Boom. It definitely sounds up.
Oh no,
her street.
Nick's watched it. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, she's seen it. Did
Yeah.
she like it?
She loved it. Yeah.
Andrew Garfield's voice is beautiful.
He's amazing.
To be fair though, I think you just got a love affair with Anthony Garfield, though, Laura. I'm not
You know what you mean?
Don't know what you mean.
I'm not saying that you would leave Rob or anything, but I think if you had the choice, Rob might be in trouble.
There hasn't been any denial. We had the conversation on the Facebook page.
I love how quiet she's gone.
If we had a friends 5 list, like number 1, Andrew.
Everybody
Garfield,
gets
number
one.
2, number 2, Andrew Garfield. Number 3, Andrew Garfield in this performance.
He's me Spider-Man.
I was gonna say you would definitely take his weapon though, wouldn't you?
He's my
Oh, you had to, didn't you?
But saying that though, it's a good segue because they did a Spider-Man the musical. In
They
Broadway.
did Into the Dark. Into the Dark. Can anyone remember it?
Yeah, it was
No.
it was one of the biggest flops in Broadway
Ever.
history.
Ever. It was one of the biggest disasters to ever happen
Is that the one where loads of people got injured
and died.
Yes.
before they
Yes.
opened?
Yeah.
Yes. So Kevin Smith hosts a podcast with Ralph Garman called Hollywood Babylon. And at the time, they used to do a section with what happened on Into the Dark that week.
Mm-hmm.
And there was always, and it was like literally the intro to it was just someone falling, going, Spider-Man, Spider. And every week you would have a new update of how bad Into the Dark was going.
Oh,
Did it go on for very long?
It lasted.
It didn't.
6
Yeah.
months. 6 months it lasted in Broadway.
So bad.
Wow.
I mean, they're lucky it opened, considering weren't people paralysed and stuff on it?
It was
Someone
supposed to-
died.
I think it was.
Oh my goodness.
It took 2 years for it to open from its initial opening date, and when it got there, it lost that much money. They could only afford to have it. It was either 6 months to a year, but
Yeah,
it never
it-
lasted that long.
Nah, it really didn't. And every performance had something go wrong with it. They would it was terrible. But if you want to do really bad musicals in that way, Turtles did one, He-Man did one. They all did a tour of America with these 80s characters, and it's fucking awful.
I want a Transformers the musical.
Let's do this.
Optimus
Stop
Prime.
motion.
Heroes.
No.
I'm
I think
Optimus
Rogers the
Prime.
musical shouldn't happen now.
Steve Rogers
really
should
should.
definitely happen.
That needs to happen. That song at the end of Hawkeye was amazing. I
Brilliant.
cried.
Hulk
all the way through it.
smash.
I love the fact that Ant-Man was there, and he even points out he wasn't even with us then.
I love that people were disappointed with that because they were like, it's not a proper end credits.
Yeah, it is.
It was. It ended it. I did generally think someone was sitting in the audience watching it.
I
That
would've
we
loved-
needed
I
to
didn't
know
think it was
about.
going to be that. I was like, who's going to be there?
I was like, who's in the audience?
I would have loved to have just showed Banner, and Banner's going, this is not how I kick off. This is not how I...
So degrading.
having Bruce Banner going to the toilet and someone going, turn green, bitch.
Love it.
But yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this baby up.
Yeah, so I've just got one final question to wrap it up. Like I say, I'm not going into too much detail, but what is your favourite song from a musical? So mine is Defying Gravity. I still, like I say, I well up just thinking about it, but seeing it live was just something that I'll never be able to replicate, like musical-wise. Yeah. So Defying Gravity was probably mine.
Skid Row, Little Shop of Horrors.
Cool. Charlotte?
Mine is from a musical, but it's also like a song because it's from Motown the musical. So does that count?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Ball of Confusion by the Temptations.
Nice.
Because the scene that's in the musical is all about the race riots and stuff in the 60s, and it is so powerful when you see it on stage. Like I'm a big Temptations fan anyway, and that's not my favorite Temptations song, but it's probably top 5 now because of the musical.
Cool. So we'll play that on your wedding day, so that's fine.
Yep. Making a list.
I'm going to be married first.
You thought it was going to happen last week, Charlotte. Kev missed a massive opportunity there. Go on then, Donna.
I probably would have said Defying Gravity as well, so I'm going to go for a different one. I think I'll go for My Shot from Hamilton.
Right.
Oh, damn it! Guns and Ships was going to be the other one.
Cool, very good choice. The lovely Laura.
I'm going to go with My Eyes Adored You off Jersey Boys because it's just soppy and nice. And we had that played at our wedding day.
See, Laura had nice sentimental. I had Journey and The Power of Love from Back to the Future.
Say,
I had stuff like that as well.
Say I had Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Oh, see, that's even nice.
Yeah.
Mine was terrible.
I'm telling anybody mine, yeah.
I know.
Oh no, we got that.
Yeah.
Not long to go now.
I don't think any of you will know what it is.
There'll be some anime or something.
It will be.
It'll be
It'll
like,
be like the beginning of Attack on Titans.
Or it'll be something.
It'll be mental, that.
It'd be mid, wouldn't it?
It'll be something totally out of character and be like really poppy.
Yeah. Something like S Club 7.
Shut up. And on that note.
something like badger, mushroom.
Seriously,
mushroom.
Charlotte, I've been waiting to drop that in all episode.
So in your auditions, Charlotte, how far did you get into the S Club 7? Were you in S Club 8, 9, 12?
I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you meet any of the other members?
Maybe.
Which one?
Frankie.
Oh, that's cool.
And we'll just end it there.
In the Saturdays? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I love how uncomfortable Charlotte can get sometimes. Yet she did this to herself because she had quite easily handed this information over before we went live.
No, I only mentioned it because I genuinely thought Kev would have mentioned it in the chat.
He has not.
I remember it.
My mum is now very, very happy this conversation's happening, by the way.
Maybe this is what we need an episode of with Charlotte's mom telling us all the stories.
Yeah, because
Story
honestly, there's a lot of secrets about this girl.
Let's not.
Let's do this.
Right. Well, if my mum comes on and does it, all of your parents have to come on.
Shut up, because mine will.
My mum and dad won't even listen to it because we swear.
My mum would be on in here in a heartbeat. Telling you, that would be.
Should we have a mum's take over the podcast one?
On Mother's Day?
On Mother's Day.
I'll dress up like my mum. I'll dress up like my mum. That's the best you're gonna get.
Oh, that's class. Right, come on, let's wrap this up.
Yep, let's end it.
Cool. So thank you very much for
With an S Club Junior song.
Oh, the stars.
I don't. What was it? Take it on back to you. Is that the wrong one?
No, that's S Club 7.
I don't know S Club Junior's songs.
I'm too old for that shite.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's got attempted. Just message us saying so tempted to say yes now.
Hang on, just a second.
Monkey onesie.
And you can reveal all of Charlotte's secrets. Look at Charlotte's face.
One
She's
step
foaming.
closer.
One step closer.
One step closer to heaven.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing Linkin Park there.
Closer
I'm glad
to
she
you.
knows the I'm glad she knows the song.
I googled it.
Maybe that's why you didn't get into the.
I was
band,
just going to
Charlotte.
say that. This is the reason, Charlotte. You didn't know the songs.
I didn't even audition and I know the song.
I think it's so funny that we've not even clarified that Charlotte auditioned for S Club Juniors. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
It's an in-joke.
that would help.
Apparently they sang Puppy Love as well.
Puppy love as in like the Osmond puppy love.
Charlotte, imagine.
Imagine your feet. If your
Oh,
feet would
could
have
it be
been
your
famous
wedding
as well.
Oh, Charlotte. Hashtag Charlotte's feet would have been a thing ages ago.
I hope not, because I was a child.
Yeah, actually, that's a bit
On
weird.
that note.
Let's end this.
So yes, so thank you everyone for listening. Like I say, it's been a blast. Like I say, it's been a lot funnier than I was expecting. But yeah, we've hit 4,500 members thanks to Donna's lovely sister Sam, who invited the world today. So thank you for everyone.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Thank you for joining the group. Like I say, follow us on YouTube, iTunes, everywhere that you can. Charlotte's Book Club, like I say, we're looking for reviews for the book club to put on the website. Charlotte's got her own little email set up for that now. Looking at being all proactive and stuff.
Taking suggestions for next month's theme.
Cool. And we done our first Twitch last week where you could hear me screaming like a bitch to getting scared in the dark. Like I say,
Got to arrange another one of them.
definitely.
Brilliant.
So fun.
But yeah, so I believe next week is Kevin Smith movies. Is that right? We've got the lovely,
Here we go.
we've got the lovely Donna back, and Grant's coming in to talk everything from Snoochie Boochies to some good attempts and not quite ones that hit the mark. But there's going to be a lot of positives, and like I say, I'll even wear a hat backwards in. And see if I can get, like, I'll even tweet to Kevin Smith just to see if I can get a shout out to see what happens.
We can only try.
But yes, but
Who knows we exist?
Yes. Thank you, ladies. Like I say, it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you, Laura, for coming back after
Yes,
the first
thank you,
night.
Laura.
And coming back by yourself as well, being brave as well.
I got there in the end as well.
Yes.
You did.
Bless you.
We've all been there, Laura.
Like I say, but anyone else want to say anything before we go into anything else?
Just to say thank you to Michael Goodwill for keeping the chat going tonight. As always, such a trooper, such a supporter. Thank you very much.
And we're going to see him soon in a few weeks when he actually turns up.
Yes, and also he did mention in the chat that he once dressed up as the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. So maybe we should be getting him to dress up for when he comes out.
Don't worry, I've got photographs of me in that outfit, so it's not really.
Maybe we should have a Cowardly Lion dress off.
Yes, cool.
He's already got a Paula's Lino thing going, so maybe let's not.
To be fair though,
Let's not encourage it.
I think that video is sitting at 120, so it's not getting anywhere near 10,000.
No one, yeah.
So that's fine.
People, 10,000 on that video.
No, got more chance of me laying an egg, so yeah. But same bat time, same bat channel, people.
Stay nerdy, everyone. And remember, don't dream it, be it.
Don't dream it. Sorry, bye.
Be it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.